where the truth once stood. A kingdom of confusion carved out of falsehood, but he walks through the ruins like a prophet reborn. A voice wants in fire, a light darkness gone. The chaos watches with an all-seeing glare, guardian of reason in a world unaware. When the overlord stalls at the edge of the frame, the faithful rise up, they already know his name. I'm here to resurrect the second coming of coming sin. I come to wake the sleeping, the church to bring the fed. Immortals, no illusions, no hollow incompleteness. Here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Misled, thinking truth from the wreckage, raising dawn from the dead. Every word is a weapon, shot men declare, exposing every shadow we pretend not to fear. And the overlord rises with the suffering command, a beast of judgment, the mortal chemist dead. On his growl rings through the silence of the night, the loyal understand, dreaming keeps the balance right. I'm here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. I'm making the chaos of found to pushing forward. If his bull runs empty, the shadows will consume. The world cracks open, ushering down. So read the command, don't deploy and accord. If you know what's good, feed boy the overlord.
Welcome back to the party, everybody. This is Morty, and I am your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Everybody hit that like and subscribe. You know I would do it for you, and let's party. Welcome back to part 2. If you guys did not see part 1, it's very interesting. Definitely catch it on the replay, but it was a lot of basic stuff of who is Andrew Wilson. And I think we got a good understanding of some of the things that we typically don't get to see of Andrew Wilson. And now we're going to get a little bit deeper into it. So if something comes up and you didn't see the first part, just ask me about it and we'll get into it. As always, guys, if you cannot hear the video, please do let me know.
There was a part of the debate where I think you said it'll never happen. You guys will never take over because you're always going to need us.
Not militarily.
Yeah.
Remember we left off with him talking about the modern day debate with Muslim Pikachu, and not looking good for that dude.
You guys will never take over because you're always going to need us.
Not militarily.
Yeah, you're never going to be able to do it because you're going to need us.
Meaning Muslims and Christians.
Militarily.
Yes. Yeah, they could perhaps breed us out over time because of birth rates and other various things like this. But all you
What's
have
happening in America? That's what's happening in America. The birth rate of Muslims is insane compared to Americans. Shout out to Ebro. Welcome to the party. Starting us off with a $2 make you holler. Thank you. So very, very much. And of course, every donation comes with a treat for Morty. And that makes you the new sponsor of the stream. That's right, guys. Don't forget that every single donation goes towards the Morty Memorial Fund, as well as the stream goal. You get a treat with every donation. We can get a special treat. Let me pop this up here. We can get a special treat if we hit that goal. Plus, look how puny I am. You guys can help me bulk up. I've got to do a push-up for every $2. That's one right there. So thank you. Welcome to the party.
read us out over time because of birth rates and other various things like this. But all you have to do right now is just look at the situation that they're in to note that they have a serious problem here with mass organization and mobilization, and that has a lot to do with IQ. They hate Jews. Muslims hate Jews to the point of, well, I mean, it's wild how much they loathe them. This is an ancient conflict, by the way. And whether you say that it's right or wrong that they hate them, we can at least acknowledge that they do. Well, they have 9 million Jews in their backyard, and they can't do anything to them.
That was the point you were making.
Yeah, they can't do anything to them.
Shout out to HR Death Poet in the building. Welcome to the party. Of course, we got Morty. Welcome.
Yeah.
They're totally, these people are completely and totally surrounded, right? And they just whip the shit out of them every time they get into an engagement. And it's because the IQ of Jew, and by the way, they bring up, for instance, they'll say, oh, well, there's incest and inbreeding in Israel too. It's true, but it's very low, very, very low percentage. And most of it, guess what? When you look into the stats on inbreeding, it's the Palestinians. That's where you get most of the stats
in
from.
Israel.
In Israel, it's the Palestinians who are doing the inbreeding. And so it's like, all you got to do is look at the IQ difference between the Palestinians and the Israelis. And then you realize, if we're looking at it from a pure view of like might makes right, that the Palestinians are completely and totally at the mercy of the Jews in that area. They just are. Objectively, they are. There's no way for them to take on this advanced civilization. But and
I mean, that's why, not to get too into the whole Israel thing, but that's why I don't really understand why Israel doesn't just end the conflict.
Ironic about it is neither can any of the other sophisticated nations around. Pakistan, for instance, they have nukes. Can they even deliver them? Can these low IQ, 65% inbred people even deliver these nukes? I'm not even sure that they can. And so this was the point that I was ready to make. Regardless of where you fall in the Israeli-Palestine conflict, I'm not making a prescription here for what Israel is doing is right or wrong or anything in between. I'm just making the observation that 9 million of you versus the entire Arab world, and the 9 million seem to be doing all right. There's got to be some reasons here. And if you look at...
Yeah, it's called the U.S. It's called the U.S. military. Just said, I don't know if I like anyone parasocially. Certainly not Andrew. Like you and you crew, a few others, but Andrew, I think not. Yeah, I mean, hey, look, not everybody is for everybody, and there is somebody for anybody. So I don't know what... there was something I was just watching where it made me feel a little bit more comfortable about, like, instead of trying to fit into what I think people want to hear, there's obviously a pull to say the things that you guys want to hear, because then the channel grows and you're more likely to give me money and all that stuff. But the reason for being here is to give you my thoughts. And so the goal should be that my thoughts are enough to bring people in, to bring money in, to bring all that stuff in without having to pander. And some people play into that, and some people try to avoid it. And it seems like Andrew likes to play into it a little bit. Shout out to Equality and Deference, because vagina. Over on Rumble, welcome to the party. Said another Andrew video. No, the same one. I told you guys last time that we're gonna be doing part 2. There's nothing going on. It's the week between Christmas and New Year's. There is nothing going on. This is saving my life right now. That being said, I will be streaming into the new year. So starting Wednesday at our normal time, and we will bring in at least the East Coast New Year and likely some of the others. But quality said liked and shared. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so very, very much. You guys know that stuff is free. It's easy, and it really does. It doesn't even matter. It really does help. It doesn't even matter if you think anybody's going to click on the link. Just by you telling the platform you want more people to see it, they will show it to more people. Thank you. Welcome to the party. Let's dive right back in. I don't
Seem to be doing all right. There's got to be some reasons here, and if you look at the technological and IQ differences, it becomes very obvious what those reasons are.
What is the Muslim population around Israel? Is it a billion plus? What is the Muslim population?
I mean,
Israel?
I think directly around it, it's not
600 million.
Shout out to Dane. Welcome to the party. So there's no such thing as Palestinian as a race. Palestinian is like saying Alabamian or Californians. Jesus was a Palestinian Jew. What are called Palestinian today are Palestinian just Arabs. Fair enough. Welcome.
Probably.
Can you check, Rob, what is the Muslim population around Israel? Meaning surrounding countries. Total. So the only one, Indonesia wouldn't be there. So that's a big number that's going to be out.
I judge anyone who doesn't use dark mode when there's the option to use dark mode. I mean, look, this is my ChatGPT. Oh, so nice on the eyes. Then you move to this, and it's like, where is it? Too much. Judging, always.
Total. So the only one, Indonesia wouldn't be there. So that's a big number that's going to be out. So if you total number, what do you pull up, Rob?
Well over 100 million Muslims in the broader region.
Yeah. So over 100 million.
Egypt, Syria, Lebanon, and Iraq.
And those 100 million cannot take out the 9 million.
That not only can they not, it's actually worse. It appears to me, from a logistical military standpoint, with Israel plus Israel's allies, which they've cultivated, which again takes a lot of high IQ diplomacy and things like this and integration to do, they whip the shit out of them. They recently had an exchange with Iran. And not only was the Iranian propaganda awful. I mean, you remember the X propaganda from Iran? You know, the war strikes. We got one missile through. You know, they sent the whole payload, got one missile through, and they were dancing like they did something. And it's like
they thought
they were on the
did
losing
a
end of
thing
that very quickly. And that was without. Now, it is true that there was U.S. allies which were assisting the Israelis with this, but you have the entire Arab region as your allies to assist you.
Yep. Shout out to Liberty Plus TV. Welcome to the party. Very good to see ya. Quality said Israel has been backed by the U.S. from the get-go. And when the state was first formed, all neighboring Muslims had been crushed and disarmed by the British. So what happened? Liberty says there's no such race as Israeli. If it weren't for the U.S., there would be no Israel. Sounds about right to me. Welcome.
With this. But you have the entire Arab region as your allies to assist you. And it appears to me like if they went to war with Israel, they would probably actually lose collectively because of the inability to do mass mobilization, to have military command structures, which are decent, and their ability to have kind of like when you look at military logistics, it's very complex and it requires a ton of middle management. Middle management usually starts around 100 IQ. Upper management, you get to 120, 130, stuff like this. But you need to have at least 95 to 100 just to have middle management. And logistics, it's all middle management. And so it's like, I don't think that they would fare all that well.
So the debate, the angle you took was purely IQ, and that became a talk of town when you did that.
Not just that.
And remember, we're talking about the modern day debate from DebateCon, where it was Andrew Wilson versus the Muslim Pikachu. I forget, Daniel something. But the guy was like, well, you can't tell me why incest is wrong. It's like, yo, that's how you lose a debate.
But ethics.
Yeah. Now, his argument back to you was, to be fair, he said, if that's the case, why are countries like Honduras, why are countries that are so Christian, how come they're not innovating? Why are they not winning? What was your argument to that?
Well, actually, they are. They do make better civilizations. That's one. Much better civilizations. What killed and has been killing South America for a long time, is the integration of communism and socialism. Their relationship, especially with the USSR and the spread of communism. You saw this with Che Guevara and others. You also saw.
Remember when it was like cool to have a Che Guevara shirt? And like I was a little bit too young to be part of that, but there were people in my like when I went to high school. There was like when I was more of underclassmen than the upperclassmen would have them, and like I didn't really understand enough about it. But I remember my dad being like, "These people have no idea what they're doing." Equality said those silly muzzies are retarded. That's why they took over the entire Middle East and huge chunks of Europe. Good point. But I would argue that has a lot to do with the neoliberal ideas rather than the failure of Western ideals. So we'll get there. Liberty said, even when I was a communist, I thought Che was gay. He's literally a rapist. Yeah, not so good.
SR and the spread of communism. You saw this with Che Guevara and others. You also saw recently, right this second, it looks like we have another conflict that's brewing there. And this is with a socialist nation. You had Chavez, who was a socialist as well, a lot. And you see this in Eastern Europe. Eastern Europe is behind Western Europe in many innovative ways because of what happened with communism and the integration of communism. And it takes a long time to shrug that off. I mean, it's such a destructive ideology. But I still think that civilizationally, we're talking about ideology here. Islam's ideology leads to inbreeding, right? Communist and socialist ideology leads to a lack of innovation and stagnation, which also has long-term side effects.
Put those two together, and that's really how to run a civilization.
Two different things and destructive in their own unique ways.
Correct.
One of them is values and principles. The other one is economically.
Well, and also values and principles. Communism is very much an atheistic view. The very first thing the USSR did, in fact, was actually put a separation in between church and state. The idea here was that Christianity was a thing. Remember what they did first. The communists killed the Orthodox Tsar of Russia. That's what they did, and they were taking out the Orthodox Church.
And which part of I don't have a God belief told them to do that? Or they were atheists, and because they were Machiavellian fucking dictators, they did all those other things.
What the communists did to the Orthodox in the Eastern European nations.
There you go. That's the right way to say it. What the communists did. Shout out to Yakalino. Welcome. I'm going to call you Yak. Yak said, Andrew Wilson isn't very bright. Kinda. He's a smart dude. He just, his aims are not in the right place. Welcome to the party.
Is blood curdling. I mean, it's just chilling when you read the stories of what they did to him. And it's because the Orthodox Christians, they have complete and total opposition most of the time to communism based on the ethical purviews that Orthodox Christians hold. And so they are instantly persecuted in communist nations. So again, it's the rejection, I believe, it's a spiritual war. It's the rejection of Christianity itself that actually leads to these worse outcomes, even in communist nations. I don't think it's just purely economics. I think that I consider all of these battles spiritual.
Communism recommends incest. I don't know if communism...
It recommends abortion. It's where feminism came from. The ideals of feminism came from communist feminist revolutionaries. The exportation of communist ideals are always academic, and the academics always the very first thing they do is secularize the nation.
So before he finishes this thought, I think PBD actually kind of called him out on specifically my issue with this is, or not, maybe not specifically, but the issue is coming up that he's making a category error where these people were communist, feminist, atheist thing. And then because of the fact that these people were all of those things and then did X, Y, and Z, then it must be part of that ideology to do that. And that's not that's not the case. Instead of like, it would be like saying that, I used the category of dog owner to say that someone who owned a dog graped somebody, that the dog owners are out there graping people. What? That doesn't make sense. That's not how that works. Oh yeah, rattle off a whole bunch. Which I was listening to an old debate of Andrew's today where he was making arguments against central banking. I'm starting to really believe he's a closet libertarian. Christian national without the Fed is fine. Yeah, I completely agree. If he wants it to just be like based on vibes and we pick laws based on Christian ethics and all that, but it doesn't have to do with, it's not tied into the federal government, then I think we all like that. I mean, at least right of center. But that's what I'm saying. I don't really know what it is that he's exactly pushing for. And a lot of it is more so what helps Andrew more than what helps America. Dane said any government will be in opposition to Christianity. Loyalty to religion interferes with loyalty to the state. Christianity in particular claims to have a king. Andrew used to be more of a libertarian. He talks that about in this PBD interview. Well, there we go. We won't figure it out. Thank you, sir.
Those are always academic, and the academics always the very first thing they do is secularize the nation, move God out of schools, move God away from everybody, right? I do think that the ideology of communism is very much antithetical to the teachings of Jesus Christ and the teachings of...
There's no question about it. Yeah. But the difference is you don't see the link of incest with communism.
No.
All the other stuff, I fully agree. Listen, my mother said...
Right. So Andrew is there saying that, well, because we see this in this part of the world, then communists celebrate incest. So first of all, it's like communists are bad enough, bro. We don't need to be adding weird stuff to it. They're already out there. And then again, it's the category error. Shout out to Morgoth's Hammer over on Rumble. Welcome to the party. Said, liked, and shared again. Thank you so very, very much. Said atheism is not an ideology or a worldview. It is a one-dimensional supposition. There is no evidence for a god or gods, or more specifically, to be an atheist just simply means to reject the claim, I believe in a god or gods. If that is not the case, then you are an atheist. That's it. I mean, in an ideal world, yeah, we would have an ANCAP society. I don't think that works because people suck. But if we had a perfect world, then it would definitely be anarcho-capitalistic. Shout out to TV viewers, shouting out to the landscapers. And we got over on the vertical stream, we got 2 people. Shout out to the Verdies. We got 2 Verdies and a bunch of my landscapers. Welcome to the party. We also got Cheddar Steve over on Rumble. Welcome. And said any man who claims to believe a certain thing at one time and then years ago haven't changed or adjusted, hasn't grown or learned anything. Yep. There was who was it? Somebody was on the it was a Jubilee thing. Oh no. It was financial audit. Remember Caleb Hammer, the big guy with the glasses, who was like, "Oh my God, you're spending all this money." That guy. And he had 2 super woke people on the show, and he talked about changing his opinion when he got new information, and the wokey was like, "Oh, so you're a flip-flopper." I was like, what? Flip-flop? No, if I get new information, then I'll change my mind. And the wokey's like, "Yeah, we get new information all the time, so you change your mind all the time?" Yeah, dude. If you're not retarded. I mean, the liberals, it's just brain rot. It's just brain rot. Liberty said, being a libertarian, then deciding you want to use aggression against peaceful people. I don't think that's a good change. Yeah, me neither. Shout out to Angry Amputee. Welcome to the party. Let's dive back in,
Incest with communism.
No.
All the other stuff,
yes.
Fully agree. Listen, my mother said they were all communists. So
yeah,
I've read the Communist Manifesto.
Well, what do you mean? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Also read Mein Kampf, so you kind of have to see where both sides are. But yeah, incest is a different thing. So to me, it's interesting. By the way,
shout out to Adam. Welcome to the party. So I don't think you can change my mind. Change my mind. I guess you're right.
Did you see the clip where the mayor of London is being asked about incest in the Pakistani community in UK? This just happened. Did you see this?
No.
You haven't seen
this?
Do
you think they watched my debate?
And by the way, and then they pushed him on crime, and you should see how, by the way, first one is going to irritate the hell out of you.
This is the Sadiq. Is this the
yes,
jihad?
it is. Rob, is this the one about incest? Which one's the incest question with Pakistani?
Oh, Jesus. Shout out to Dylan Soup. Welcome to the party. Very good to see ya. Like you said, I got strep throat. Oh, man. And Dane's getting over COVID. Well, feel better, gentlemen. Feel better. Yeah, that was I was just telling the story, and I was trying to tell people who that was. So, gotta give the people a full picture. Shout out to TV Viewerski with a big $10 PayPal. My goodness. Thank you. So very, very much. Oh, where am I going? There we go. And of course, a treat for Morty. Thank you. And of course, that makes you the new sponsor of the stream. Thank you so very, very much, sir. Very much appreciated. Welcome to the party, guys. Let's dive right back in.
Go to that one. Is that crime or what is he talking about here? There's two of them, not this one. There's two of his.
Oh, okay, hang on.
I sent you two of them. Okay, but the first one was.
Okay, gotcha. The first, I believe this is the first one.
Okay, so if you want to pull one of them up, one of them. Play the clip. I'll let you know which one it is.
No.
Oh, this is it. Watch.
I'm saying exactly what I mean. I'm saying, have we got any of those grooming gangs in London?
What is meant by the question? If she could spell it out, I can answer.
I've just spelt it out. Are you not listening? It's the sort of gangs that groom young girls at a young age for sex. Exactly how much clearer do you want me to be?
What does she mean by that?
You know full well what I mean by that. It's all over the television. You know exactly what I mean by that. These gangs of people that are grooming young girls for sex.
What you mean? What you mean?
Do we actually have those in London?
Oh my God, guys, dark mode.
Do they want me to give a full answer? Could she be clear what she means by that? I'm not sure what she means.
What?
How much clearer do you want me
Bro,
to be?
what?
Look at the gangs that they've uncovered in other parts of the
So this is where you go. So a gang, typically when we talk about a gang, we're talking about a group of individuals. So these are people, more than one person, together in a group, a proximity with a, like, I would just go down that road. Like, are you stupid or are you dumb?
country. Do we have those gangs in London? It's a simple question. The answer is very simple. It's yes or no. I'm not asking you where those gangs are because the police might not want them to be disclosed. I'm asking you, do we have those sort of gangs in London?
I'm not sure why she's so nervous to say what she means.
Are you kidding?
What? He did not just say. Let me just make sure I heard that.
Disclosed. I'm asking you, do we have those sort of gangs in London?
I'm not sure why she's so nervous to say what she means.
Are you kidding?
Projection! Holy projection, Batman! Why are you so nervous? He says nervously. Insane.
Hell are you talking
No.
about?
I'm saying exactly what I mean. I'm saying, have we got any of those grooming gangs in London?
He can't answer it.
But what?
He's what? I mean,
What is I don't even want to say this word. I don't even know what that means. What does the first word mean?
he's Muslim. He can't say anything. He can't just.
Well, what happened to Takia? We can lie to make the faith look better. That's allowed.
Just like when Piers will never talk negative about them. Piers will never say anything negative because he lives there. And what do you think Siddiq Khan is going to say? That's unbelievable. The fake arrogance, ignorance of not know. Like, what are you talking about?
Suicidal empathy.
Oh my God.
That's sad. Yeah.
It always comes down to suicidal empathy, and the progressive left is the people who push suicidal empathy the most.
Yep. Quality said, Andrew's worship of the state betrays his lack of faith in super ultra magical Christianity. Good ideas don't need coercion, except concerning women. Fair enough.
The what's happened in Europe, in Western Europe, and what's happened in the UK is one of the most unjust and completely criminal things that I
Unfortunately, yes. Destiny is too smart for his own good. He's a very intelligent dude, but he's fucking degenerate and arrogant and needs a lot of humility along with a lot of other things.
is one of the most unjust and completely criminal things that I mean, as far as justice goes, these people have consistently voted over and over and over again for less mass migration to their nation, and their government sells them out year after year after year after year after year.
Shout out to Marilyn. Got herself in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
To their nation, and their government sells them out year after year after year after year after year. And then they go, I don't understand why they're rioting in the streets. It must be because they're a bunch of racists. And it's like, if they weren't before, well, they certainly are now. But the thing is again, this doesn't happen except that you forced our hand. You forced it to happen. These people forced the hand of the people now in the UK to actually have to do something about this. And then they're surprised when they do. And it's like people have a set of determination. You can determine who comes into your nation. That's up to you to do. Everyone else is
Well, I mean, it used to be.
allowed to do this. Japan does this, right? Asian nations do this. Nobody's ever screaming about Japanese xenophobia. You ever heard of leftists once? They're like, wow, we really got to do something about all the xenophobic Japanese who don't let any immigrants into their country. I've never heard it one time.
Nope.
Never. Because they don't care. Has nothing to do with that at all. It has
They're not told that this is what we're supposed to be worried about right now.
to do with virtue signaling. This is all about virtue signaling and the suicidal empathy that comes with virtue signaling. All of you people will think well of me if I'm so suicidally empathetic that I will sell my own nation out. Hey, at least everybody thinks well of me.
Shout out to Corn Plum. Any relation to Corn Pop? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. So they are all controlled by Israel, taking blood money. Yup. Dane said, point is that Destiny is a coomer. Okay, but no denying he's very smart. Y'all might disagree with Andrew's politics or whatever, but if y'all consumed his content more, you'd see he's very smart. I never said that either of them weren't smart. The issues that I have with either of them have not to do anything to do with their IQ or their intelligence. Not saying I have the same issue with the both of them, but I'm saying I have issues with either of them, and the issues that I have with them, nothing is around. Oh, I think they're stupid. If I thought they were stupid, I wouldn't care. That's not necessarily true. The amount of influence somebody has is definitely going to make me care. But I would care a lot less because they would likely have a lot less influence if they weren't as intelligent as they were. Morgas Hammer said Andrew's magic government with Christian nationalism would never screw over its own people. The ones they let live. I mean, well, God would be in charge, so everything would be perfect.
That I will sell my own nation out. Hey, at least everybody thinks well of me.
This is the second one he does in regards to crime rates and stabbing, how it's been increasing, and he tries to twist it, and the guy holds his foot to the fire. You got to see this. Holds his hand to the fire. Go ahead.
Not law and order in London under you, mate. No. Can you sit there with a straight face and say crime is down? Since you became mayor in 2016, knife crime has gone up by 27%.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's just,
Violence against the person has increased by 26%. Robbery has increased by 57%. Theft has increased by 37%. Shoplifting has increased by 109%. Sexual offences have increased by 64%. All crime since you, Sadiq Khan, became mayor of London have increased by 26%. Don't Londoners deserve the truth about the state of crime in the capital from you?
You deal with the
Shout out to Betty Crazy. Welcome to the. There we go. Welcome to the party. You're like, what do you mean? A night? A kniff? A kniff?
About the state of crime in the capital from you.
you deal with the list that was read out. Theft from motor vehicle down by 18%.
Over what?
Say it with your chest, bro. Say it with your chest. You want to say the crime is down when all these numbers are up? You're like, no. Well, actually, this. What is that? How is this a leader of a country?
Was read out. Theft from motor vehicle down by 18%.
Over what date range? Over what date range? Over what date range? Over what date range? Since you became mayor of London, over what date range?
Over the last 9 years.
Not the last month. The last 9 years. I know you don't like the truth, but apologise to Londoners over your tenure that you have allowed crime to skyrocket.
Thank you, guys. Each and every one of you guys. It's not just me. It's y'all. We have hit 5K subscribers, and I really, really, really do appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you so very, very much. But for real, what kind of bullshit was? Well, actually, people voted for that. Wait, what is his exact position? He's not the prime minister, is he? City mayor. Okay, mayor of London. I was like, there's no way. I don't know. I was gonna think of the process and voting and all that, but I realized I don't even know how that shit works over there. So I don't know who supports that shit, but it wouldn't be me. Hey, Joe said, my heavies fight the crime. Prove it. Pics or it didn't happen. It's the Muslims in it. Mayor of London, Stan. That's what it's become.
Wait, they're getting vocal.
Well, is it too late, Pat? Is it too late? These guys.
That's the debate.
They're getting vocal.
The debate. Well, here's the thing, because you said this, Andrew. They didn't vote for it. They didn't want it, but the government's doing it. So at what point are the people going to say enough is enough? Because we talked about this earlier in the week.
That's a tough one. Oof. That's a great place to end our poll on, do you like Andrew Wilson? Yes, kinda, or no. 33% across the board. So I'm going to make this into a poll. If you have to pick one with no other context. So don't be like, well, what about this? What if it's that? What if it's that? No, all you have is that one is a Muslim and that the other is a leftist. That's all you know. So you have to pick one to live with for 3 months. You have to pick one to live with for 3 months with no other context. A Muslim or a leftist. Interesting. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Interesting. Yeah, equality would have moved the poll over, but that's only for YouTube. Shout out to Just Me. Welcome. Said he's picking Muslim. Fair enough. Everybody said leftist. I used to be one. They still know how to party. That's where I'm thinking. Yep. TV's going the same way. Leftist. Way more. Oh, I thought you were going to say way more fun. Way more. More funny? I don't know. And true. Leftists can't fight. Good points all around. Let's see where that poll goes. Great question from Dane.
Are the people going to say enough is enough? Because we talked about this earlier in the week, Andrew. I guarantee if Gavin Newsom, God forbid, becomes the president of the United States in 2028, the first order of business, because he's pro, give every illegal, doesn't matter your status, give them health insurance. He loves it. He loves illegals. The first order of business is going to be open up the border. At what point do we as Americans just say, hell no, and we have to get involved ourselves? Because when the military, they sent the military to pick up barbed wire to let these people in Texas. Like, it's a purposeful invasion. When do our soldiers, they want to talk about all these orders that the soldiers are getting for Venezuela. When do we say, no, we're not doing that shit? And we have to do something because it's happening here. 20 million people are here.
Well, the thing is I'm skeptical as to how well the quote counter-revolution goes. I think a renaissance is more likely, and hopefully that's what we get as a renaissance instead of a counter-revolution. Ultimately, within what does he mean? A revolution, a renaissance of Islam, or a revolution, or like within these countries? We're saying there's going to be a renaissance of different laws. As to how well the quote counter-revolution goes, I think a renaissance is more likely, and hopefully that's what we get as a renaissance instead of a counter-revolution. Ultimately, I don't have a lot of faith that there's going to be nearly as much backlash as other people have faith that there's going to be, and here's why. Let me explain my reasoning.
I don't want to back it up too much. I'll let him cook, and I think we'll come back to it. Shout out to Landmark Networking. Welcome. Said Neo-Byzantium. I do not know what that is. Oh my goodness, $5.68 for gas in Cali. What is going on? What is going on? It was half price here. Half price. Dayton said, historically, the church has been much safer under Muslim rule than leftists. Basically under Islam, you can't proselytize, but you can believe what you want. Not really. That's what they say, but that's not really how it works. When Muhammad's armies were advancing, a lot of Christians opened their city gates to them because the Muslim horde was better to live under than the pagan rulers they already had. Fair enough, but that is kind of zooming out and looking at the past, and so that may all be completely accurate. But that's why I shifted it to you have to live with this person for 3 months. That's it. But 3 months, you got to live with them day in and day out. So it doesn't matter what those societies were on that person being a leftist or a Muslim. So you make good points, but I twisted the question a little bit, make it a little more fun.
Be nearly as much backlash as other people have faith that there's going to be, and here's why. Let me explain my reasoning. There's food in the fridge.
Equality picks the Muslim. Equality picks the Muslim. Interesting. It said gas in Kansas, $2.29. Yeah, that's about what it is here.
Yep.
And there's air conditioning, and you can still drive down the road, right? And for the average person who goes to work and goes home, these problems are still out there.
Yep.
They're not in here. And until they become in here problems, most people are very passive to these types of things. And that's how things can get so bad so quickly before people actually.
That's also how you get a lot of these privileged beliefs that don't align, that are you can turn them into I'm on the right side of history type shit, but it doesn't actually match what's on the ground because you have these ideas that are based on an idealistic utopian model, and that's not how the world works. Like that's DEI
to things, and that's how things can get so bad so quickly before people actually begin paying attention, and then usually it is too late. What's going on right now, and what's going to continue to happen, is the left is going to continue the mass importation of people who have value structures which are different than these domestic populations, and they're going to cover it up by any means necessary. The last debate I did on Pierce was with Mark Lamont and a few other leftists, and these leftists, not Mark Lamont, right, luckily, but the other leftists who were there, we were talking about hate speech laws in the UK, and they were like, good. We're happy that if you send a text saying that somebody is, the F slur, the quote F slur, which, by the way,
the F slur, the worst thing ever, right? Welcome to the party, Matt, saying 279 in Minnesota. California looking real bad. Welcome.
I think it's a big deal to say, right?
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite words on planet Earth to say. I greet friends with it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, greet friends with it.
Yeah. It's never towards a gay person.
Yeah, it's never. But the thing is like, but even if it was, who cares? You don't send people to jail for texting the F slur to people. That's ridiculous. That's insane. This is a nation which is founded, a lot of our constitutional values come from the philosophy of English philosophers like Hume and others who were adamant about the various philosophies of freedom, and they're just bastardizing.
Ooh, landscapers. We are already at 100% likes for the vertical stream. Verties, thank you so very, very much. Putting these landscapers to shame. If you have not already, please do hit that like button. And again, if you are new here, please do hit that subscribe. I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes whenever I feel like it. So hit that subscribe. And YouTube sucks with those notifications, so you may as well ring the bell too, so you never miss an Indian Jesus live party ever. Again, thank you so very, very much.
So they'll cover it up. They'll cover up using it. They'll throw you in jail. They'll do any of these things like they did with Tommy Robinson, like they do with others. And I don't think at all, I don't share your enthusiasm, in other words, that until the situation goes into the home itself and people are feeling the effects there, I think you'll continue to see the same sort of passive behavior that you've always seen. Now, if you can give me a week where Americans don't have enough to eat, I'll show you a government with a head on with all their heads on a spike, man. But until we get there,
how do you clean that up? How do you clean UK up? How do you clean it up?
You have to take the.
You need a time machine. That's what you need. You need a time machine, and you need stronger borders before Brexit.
Sargon of Akkad, interestingly enough, I recently watched one of his videos. He gave a bunch of criticisms to Pierce Morgan in the video. He starts the video with, "I don't like Pierce Morgan," in the very Sargon of Akkad way, right? But in this video,
it's weird. Well, there we go. It's interesting how I never really like Sargon of Akkad never really found his way into being somebody that I would listen to regularly. Most of what I saw I'd seen from him I like, but for whatever reason we never aligned. I don't know. Shout out to Lone Wolf and Cub in the building. Welcome to the party. How come people who practice Islam self-explode? Prime examples of Muslims being peaceful is Bondi Beach. Yup.
He says is, he's trying to create an academic term for a remigration. He doesn't say, throw them out. He says we're going to remigrate them. So we're going to remigrate you back to your country, right? We're gonna do remigration.
Why would they agree to it?
Well, they wouldn't agree to it. That's the thing, right? It's like I don't think you'll find agreement, but I do think that this is what
they ain't gonna agree, but they are gonna go.
The push is fast becoming in the UK from the right wing is, look, it's not just enough now for us to cut this off, right? We're already in it.
Mm-hmm.
We have to actually start removing these people and sending them away. But of course, what is the first thing that the left does? You're Hitler. Hitler tried to send people away. Hitler tried to remove people groups from.
Andrew, did we not start this stream with you saying, well, atheists do this and atheists do that? I hate to do it to you, brother, but projection. So it's not okay when they do it, but it's perfectly fine when you do it. Come on, bro.
Removing these people and sending them away. But of course, what is the first thing that the left does? You're Hitler. Hitler tried to send people away. Hitler tried to remove people groups from his country. Hitler.
Again, he literally just said, well, Stalin and the atheists did this. You are the same.
And so, because that's been like the kind of go-to, that's a fascist policy. You're going to send people away. You're going to remove them from your nation, just like the mustache painter in Germany did. And this is why I think you see so much of the backlash from the irony bros. And let's say the irony bros, like the Grapers, for instance, right? 90% of the time they're referencing the Hitler thing and this and that is to make fun of that conditional. This conditional being this. Every policy I have that you don't like doesn't make me Hitler, you idiot. Okay?
So every policy that somebody else who happened not to believe in God doesn't like doesn't make me that person.
Stupid.
Wanting to remove dangerous people from my nation and migrate them back towards their country because the people here no longer want them here does not make you Adolf Hitler.
Shout out to 8 Sisters. I did not see that coming. Welcome. Yeah, right. I was like, what did he just say? Okay, good old cognitive dissonance. Yep. Lone Wolf said Hitler had a dog and Indian Jesus had a dog. Therefore, that's not really, that's a really good analogy. That is a really good analogy. 1-to-1, might I say. Shout out to Shadowband. Welcome. Said USA no good. I need leave. Corruption. Too much money. Fair enough. Peace out. He literally claimed that I was that person to my face. We can pull up the video if you want. He said it to my face. Good thing you don't have to stay here. Bye.
That's part of what the irony bro thing was always about. And it's like people kind of miss the forest through the trees.
Not if they're contradictory. If X is bad, then X cannot also be not bad. The law of non-contradiction.
It's always about. And it's like people kind of miss the forest through the trees on that, I think.
Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, dare I give him yet another projection? You, Andrew, are the one who is missing the forest for the trees. I always say that the wrong way. You're missing the forest for the trees, you're missing the trees for the forest. You're missing the forest for the trees, right? Either way, you know what the fuck I mean.
Well, I mean, I think when you see that community, I think even Nick did it on Piers, if I'm not mistaken, when he asked him about Hitler.
Oh,
Do you remember that exchange between
Yeah,
them?
he took.
There you go. Exactly.
He took a minute. Well, I went on Piers after that, and
I'm just kidding. They're coming from every direction.
look, just much like Steven Crowder and many others, I don't agree with a lot of the Fuentes-style policies, right? And we hold somewhat different values because he's a Roman Catholic and I'm an Orthodox Christian. We don't have exactly the same framework, but it's very close as far as theology goes. Let's just say it's, there's a lot more there in common than not.
Did we all see? Did we all see how Nick Fuentes now hates Indian people more than he does Democrats? That's something that I totally fucking expected. He's like, the only 2026 election that I care about is making sure that Vivek is not in charge, or is not the governor of Ohio. I'd rather the white Jew Democrat lady wins. Okay, fair enough. But then we are not on the same team. We are not on the same team. Shout out to Larry the Tapeworm. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Said Andrew Wilson is a dipshit and shouldn't be taken seriously. Also, due to self-proclaimed alpha, yet he can't even open a jar and married a woman with several baby daddies, not even living by his own values. To be fair, he is very specific about being. I've debated Andrew Wilson. I don't like Andrew Wilson. I think there's a lot that he needs to fix. But to be fair, just like we don't need to say that communists like incest because there's already enough about communism that we can shit on. That's a callback from what he was saying. We don't need to talk about Andrew Wilson in a way that is not true. So you might remember there was a clip. Let's take a side quest. There was a clip where he was on stage with some fresh and fit thing. So let's do Andrew Wilson. What the fuck? Wes? Yes. Yeah. Okay. This.
It's okay to have materialism. It's not against Christian.
So this is from, this was posted about a year ago. I think it's a little bit older than that. But this is on stage. We have a fresh and fit thing. We have Andrew talking here. And oh, look, there's Jim Beth.
It's okay to have materialism. It's not against Christian ethics to become rich, become wealthy. But I just think it's all beside the point, ultimately. You're trying to go for a single thing, and it's to achieve something greater than the person.
Does he have money?
No.
Do you have money?
No, I don't have.
How much money do you have?
I don't
Does he
have money. But here's the thing. Why is money valuable?
Do you have money?
What is money valuable for?
I'm just asking. Do you have money?
I just said no. I'm broke. I'm a nobody.
No, but really, you are?
Yeah.
Is he really broke?
Yeah.
I just want to know. I have to know.
No, I'm not. I'm not one of these rich guys. I don't have a Bugatti. I don't have a Lambo. I just really have
to know. Like, how much money you got?
Probably $5 in my pocket. Not much more.
Did anyone answer for the guy?
Shout out to Rain Man. Welcome to the party. We are just taking a little side quest to prove that, yes, Andrew not only has never said that he's an alpha, but he specifically said he wasn't. And this is coming from someone who is a big critic of Andrew Wilson, but I would like to be honest and correct in my criticisms. And he said, and yeah, he's never claimed that. And well, no spoilers. All right, let's finish the side quest.
Probably $5 in my pocket. Not much more.
Did anyone answer for the guy?
Why do they think I'm kidding? I have a family. I take care of an entire family. That takes a lot of money.
He's doing all right. Okay,
it's okay.
This is the thing, you guys. If you ain't fit, you can't say it's not all about being in good shape.
Why not?
If you don't have money, you can't say it's not all about money.
Yeah, why not?
If he does have money, he can say that.
Why not? Why can't you say it? Why must you have the thing before you hang on? Let me ask the question.
Because hypothetical is hypocritical. Hypothetical is hypocritical.
How do you even know what I was going to say before I've even been allowed to ask the question? I know what you're going to say. Then what was I going to say?
You're going to say, why can't you ask the question?
Okay, so that's not what I was going to say. What I was going to say is, how in the world can you create a standard that it's inappropriate to ask somebody, how come if I don't have X thing, because I don't value X thing, does that mean X thing is actually valuable?
You've never experienced it, so you can't speak about
You think that I haven't experienced wealth? Even poor people,
was asking if you did.
Even poor people experience days of wealth.
I was asking if you did.
That's a good point. We got some newcomers. Let's say hello to Galaxy Glazed. Welcome. Said observations are not criticisms. Absolutely fair. Welcome. We also got John Castle in the building. Very good to see you. I've heard Jackson Hinkle. The name sounds familiar. I don't remember, but no, I have not covered them. But if there's something, let me know. We also got our boy Zippy DSM Lee. Welcome to the party. Said Rumble lives. Yes, we are back on Rumble. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We also got Blueberry Street. Welcome. Very good to see you guys. So again, we're just taking a quick side quest because someone was saying that Andrew Wilson doesn't follow his own things as being an alpha. And as much as I don't love Andrew, he never claims to be an alpha. No, we are. Where I just saw that on the screen. Shout out to Charlie Serves. No, we are not. First of all, we ain't glazing anybody. Secondly, we are showing just fact checking that somebody said that Andrew Wilson calls himself an alpha, and I'm just showing the clip of where he's like, no, that ain't me. And so again, the idea is we have plenty of things that we can make fun of or criticize about Andrew, but being an alpha and not living up to that is just not one of those things. So welcome. Let's dive back in.
I was asking if you did.
Even poor people experience days of wealth.
I was asking if you did. I don't know who you are.
But even poor people experience days of wealth. And so the thing is
definitely not.
Definitely so.
Not.
Definitely so.
I've lived the lowest lows and the highest highs.
Well, what's the distinction? After you make X amount, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if you look at the studies done on this, it does not.
I don't fit no fucking studies.
It does not hugely improve a person's life.
Are you proud of who the fuck you are?
Why
look at, are you proud? If you look in the mirror, would you guys say this motherfucker's proud of who the fuck he is? That's a bag of trash, dude. Pull your fucking shirt off and tell me you're fucking proud of yourself.
Because I've been to fucking prison?
Jesus Christ,
because
look
I've been
at
to
you,
prison?
bro. You got 10-inch arms and tits. Men don't have tits.
No, they go to prison where they get fucking they get raped up the ass.
You've never been to prison. Look
That's
at
what
that shit you
happens.
don't know.
They go to prison where they get raped.
Now you get your ass beat in front of
You think
everybody.
that's better? You think that's better?
Let's let him give his definition of success.
So I'll let him go again and say his thing. If we don't get it, I'm not going to watch the whole thing. But point being, he never said he was an alpha, and he has explicitly said that he is not red pill. And yes, that other guy is Wes Watson, very much low-hanging fruit. Stupid. Lone Wolf said, Andrew is a very good debater, and if you didn't prepare yourself for a debate with him, you would definitely fail. If you do prepare, you still might fail. He attacks the pillars of your argument. And he is good at that. And even when I had, the context or the format that I had, that was stacked against me. So we're gonna put that. I'll take the L, but I need to get that one back. And I am able to attack the pillars of his argument. Shout out to Ryan. Welcome to the party. Very good to see you. We also got Shenango. Welcome. Getting laid up by a lesbian was hilarious. That was a great moment in internet history. All right, so let's finish up this side quest, and then we'll head back to the show.
You think that's better? You think that's better?
Let's let him give his definition of success. And then,
having tits and 10-inch arms is what a man is.
Let's let him
Please don't listen to that.
Wes,
Yeah, those of you who don't know, I did the first debate con. Or not the first debate con, but the first debate con with Andrew Wilson, where it was Andrew Wilson versus 5. I was one of those 5, and it was Andrew Wilson versus 5 atheists, and then he brought a bunch of political prompts. So I was in the position of agreeing with every prompt that he gave, but then still trying to be like, okay, well, this is my moment. I'm sitting here with Andrew Wilson. I got to make something out of it. And he wasn't interested in a discussion. He was interested in winning. And, fair enough, but I think we could have gotten a lot more done. And so ever since, I've been chirping at him like, yo, give me more than 5 minutes. Give me more than 5 minutes. Hey, shout out to Ryan. Just subscribe. Thank you so very, very much. Dilly to you, sir. Anything? Andrew did overreact to the rug muncher. Absolutely. All right. Let's finish this up and head back in.
Get his thing out and then
tits.
We can have different opinions. Yeah.
Titties.
Anyway, back to where I was at.
Boobs.
Yeah. Okay. Prison. But anyway, if you want,
yeah.
If you want to follow the successful mantra of a man who tells you he's reformed from prison, understand why they might have gone there to begin with. And yes, I do think that a rejection of materialism is something missing in society. And I do think that true wealth is the family. And I think that true wealth is having a wife, and true wealth. That is what I think it is. And that is what I think truly success is being able to go home and look your family in the face and know that you're doing everything you can to support them. That's
then
what
when you go to the beach with your family, they're like, there's my stud dad right there standing there.
Do you have
that stud right there with his shirt off?
Do you have children?
Look at that stud.
Do you have children?
I do have children.
How many?
I have 2.
You have 2. So Are you saying that your Bugatti and your money and everything
If
else
they
is
saw me
worth more
standing
than your
there, they'd be
children?
like, my dad's a superhero. Look what he brought to the table.
So
Look how
this is an alpha male.
hard this guy works. He came from nothing to this.
Yeah.
He's God damn it.
You're still whining. Stop whining.
That is I'll smack your fat ass.
So you're gonna attack.
Straight
You're gonna
up.
attack.
No, but dude, nobody's
Do you usually attack armed men in
how I
Florida?
talk, bro. Dude,
All right,
look
let's
at
just-
your goddamn self.
Guys,
I've never seen such a pathetic motherfucker.
Okay,
let's
well,
chill out a little bit, man. A little bit.
This is not what men
Let's let
look
him.
like.
Let's let him.
What do they
finish
look
his
like?
Point.
Fucking shit.
What do they look like? Bald prisoners?
Yeah, fuck.
Is that what they look like?
This is the problem in society. Is people like this think they can talk to someone like me like that. They really think they can. He knows he wouldn't do shit about
He just did.
it, and that's the problem.
I mean, you're the one who got hostile for having a difference of opinion.
Dude, check it out. You started coming at me about some other shit. This is what the show is supposed to be about. I like this shit. So personally,
And well deserved. Well deserved.
So do I.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoy
But I mean,
Bloodsport.
We
debates.
can agree to disagree. We can have
we
a.
can move on, but
we can-
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Okay, so you get the point. The point being that while he runs in these circles, he definitely inhibits a lot of these type of ideas. The baby mama thing is not an Andrew Wilson thing, and the alpha male is also not an Andrew Wilson thing. An alfalfa male, maybe. Oh my goodness, got him.
Apology goes, let's just say it's there's a lot more there in common than not.
Yeah, he
but
went off.
there
He
are
went
some
off.
fundamental disagreements. But the fact of the matter is that when Morgan was doing the clip thing, right? Fuentes has been through that 100 times. Person plays bad clip. How dare you? Clutches pearls, right? We've been past that for a long time.
Him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we as a nation have been past that for a long time.
Right.
We've heard it all, right? Grab them by the pussy didn't work. That whole campaign didn't work. Trump making fun of fat chicks, right? Everyone clutches their pearls. It didn't work, right? That stuff doesn't work. Fuentes' strategy in that debate, at least he said his strategy, was to basically just bite the bullet and say, yeah, sure, whatever. So anyway, you want to engage with my policy prescriptions now?
Yep. And so, again, the idea of biting the bullet comes back to the notion that, hey, you just said something that maybe doesn't put me in the best light, but I am willing to accept that and concede that this small thing that is not good is true about me, because the larger point is, depending on what the conversation is, the larger point, I'm more correct or whatever.
And it just took all the wind out of the sails. You know what I mean? And that was the whole point. And I think that that's been the point of the irony bro thing for a long time. The whole thing is like, if you're gonna call us this, what happens if we go, okay, and embrace it, right? And then say, but what about the actual policy?
That's where I've heard the name Jackson Hinkle is from the left. So John Castle is saying Andrew and all these conservatives never call out the big communist influencers like Jackson or Rathbone. It bothers me. No one even knows who they are, let alone critiquing them. I agree. I absolutely agree. I never claim to be like somebody who's at the forefront of, political knowledge and news stuff. That's not my thing. I'm the guy where we're going to break down something that happened, and I'm more of an entry ramp for people who don't really care about, specific politics and policies and stuff, but care enough about the issues that they want to know about what's going on. This is a good starting line. Do I feel like I got a pretty good understanding of the landscape and how shit works? Yes, but I am not claiming that I should be the one taking these people on. Whereas if we talk about an Andrew Wilson or a Dave Smith, whom I purposely put together because they don't like each other, but those people are more in the position of, I'm going to tackle the worst people who are, maybe not the worst people, the people who are putting out the worst ideas, because I'm confident that my ideas are better. And I'm completely on your page. Just me said policies should be the only thing people debate. I disagree because, again, going back to the point of being an entry ramp, a lot of people don't really care about most policies. They might care about like a handful of policies that directly affect them, but in general, people don't really care about that stuff. People who are not already engaged in politics, they care about the culture war stuff. They care about, the economy in general, gas prices in general. But when it comes to, this bill says that and that does that, and people don't care about that. They just want, should I go with this guy or that guy? unfortunately, but that's the way it is. And I'm doing my part to be like, well, I think, in my humble opinion, that this side is better than that side for these reasons, and you are free to disagree. Mine melting, brother. Mine melting. Yes, thank you so very, very much. We've got 100% likes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You trying to hate. But I'm basking in the haterade. They don't hate unless you're doing something right.
What happens if we go,
leave this loser up there?
Okay, and embrace it.
Look at him.
Right? And then
What
say,
a
but what about the
loser.
actual policies? Can you tell us what's unethical or what's bad or this or that? Right? And the answer is no, they can't. They can't. Now, do I think optically that that's wise? No. But you know what? I mean, it seems to have worked fine for him.
Yeah, you'll debate a lot of feminists on this whatever podcast that you. By the way, there was a guy that was on it a few years ago. I haven't seen him for 2 years. You know what I'm talking about?
Put a 1 in the chat if you have not seen the pickle jar clip. Put a 1 in the chat if you have not seen the sniz clip. Those are 2 different clips. If you have not seen both of them, put a 1 in the chat. Let's go back to our poll. Dane asked earlier. I changed it up a little bit, but in general, the question was, do you prefer a Muslim or a leftist? And I made that a little bit more specific. If you have to pick one to live with for 3 months with no other context, which one do you pick, a leftist or a Muslim? And 82% of you said leftist. And I would agree. I do know it's an olive jar, but most people don't know that. They see the pickle jar. All right, so let's do, we'll do both. So we have alpha male, Andrew Wilson, pickle jar.
I'd like.
Here we go. All right, thank you for the like.
That was a little.
Oh, before we do that, shout out to equality and deference, because vagina with the big 5. Thank you. So very, very much. Remember, guys, every donation comes with a treat for the Overlord. Quality said to punk bad-mouthing, very, very one to the punk bad-mouthing. Everyone has to start somewhere. Keep at it, Lutch. Hey, thank you. He did pickle, didn't he? We got a number, and we're gonna go through them. So good question. Why? I would also pick the leftist, because I think there are more ways that I would be able to find the points of disagreement and be able to say, okay, these are the points of disagreement. There is a fervor that is inherent. There's a fervor that's inherent in Islam that, yeah, maybe you get a chill one, but maybe you don't. When you get a leftist, then they're still Americans, and you can still find ways to be like, oh, we're not going to talk about this, but this, that. I'm not saying it would be fun. I'm not saying if I could pick a Trump supporter, a leftist, or a Muslim, that I would pick anything but the Trump supporter. And that's still, I mean, that comes with its own thing. But between the two, there's not, what do I have in common with a Muslim? Now, again, it might be that I have a lot in common with them, but because I don't have any other context, then, there you go. You got to stick around to get the inside jokes. Yeah, isn't he adorable? Can they already see him? Do I have to change the thing? Oh, yep, I do. Look at him. Just look at him. All right. Let's dive right back in. So, pickle jar.
I'd like.
The table is very slick. Oh wait, I'm gonna.
I just noticed that. Oh my God, she was the one who brought that up. The table is slick. That's why he went to that.
Fill my water.
Mary, can you do it for her? Oh, actually, no. She has one there. Never mind.
Oh wait. So she's trying to open the olive jar.
I'll do it.
4th doctrine.
Big man.
There you go. See, right there.
There you go.
Beat it up a little.
Thank you, sir.
Force doctrine applies to pickle jars as well.
My cat's name is.
Oh, that
We'll
was
do a pickle jar pop if somebody sends in.
Are we opening pickle jar? Although
Yeah,
I
wait.
am an exceptionally
Literally slippery.
Come on.
All right, bro. I can't do it. Here.
All right.
All right. So she couldn't open the olive jar.
I guess, yeah, Andrew, go ahead.
I'm supposed to open the pickle jar?
It's like yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I do. This seems a little immature. No. For
Hey, the guy
$1,000.
sent $1,000.
Yeah, but it seems slightly immature.
It's all fucking
It's just
slick now.
it's a little.
See, it
little
is.
I got to grip it.
Uh-oh, Andrew. If you can't open it
Yep, that's how you open things. You grip them, you grip it, and twist.
either.
But now it's like, oh,
your
slick.
hand greased the whole top of it.
My hand are fine. Here, high five.
It
My
literally,
shoulder as well.
it's like
He's
feel
like,
it.
I'm
Tell-
okay.
Isn't that greasy?
It was like that already. Oh my god.
No, it wasn't. You greased the top.
Use
Oh
your
my
shirt. Use
Jesus,
your
Andrew.
shirt.
If you can't open the olive jar, you cannot
Here,
blame my
while we're doing
hand.
olive jar.
If you're so strong, you should open it.
Yeah, I got to be able to grip it.
Okay, we'll grip it. Let's
It's
go.
literally slippery.
Back.
Grab me a paper towel so I can dry the top of it off.
Okay, once the top is dry, if you still
do
can't
we
get it
now
on.
need to allow her another opportunity with a?
Yeah, give her the paper towel so that.
No, I think you should do it, Andrew. You're the big strong man. There you go. Come on.
Here, I'm gonna let some
I'm
chats.
greased.
We got some chats while they're working on that. Red Fox, thank you.
Deontology prioritizes intent, but threshold exceptions introduce
never-
consequentialist reasoning.
I'll let
Yeah,
you go
but-
first if you want.
No, Andrew, I greased it all up. There you
Rules are
go.
absolute. Introducing a threshold is ad hoc.
Red Fox, thank you for that. Appreciate it.
I can't grip the fucker.
Uh-oh.
Like I got to have a way to grip it.
Jungle.
Andrew, I'm sorry. It's not.
My fingers slip
What a
right off the
backfire.
lid. My
This
fingers
is-
are literally slipping off the lid. I just
This is where you take the L. Make it a joke. Make it a joke. Don't be making excuses. Ah, fuck, this shit's, I mean, I guess you're more of a man than I am. Something like that. Something like that. But we see that, and we see the same kind of thing. Let me, sorry, oh, where is it? This isn't the exact clip. Hold on. Come on, people. Just show me the thing. So we move over to this one.
So Andrew, rewind that back, just a tad. Let's rewind it back. Let's hear that one more time.
So Andrew,
No, wait. I want to hear what she said first.
Honestly, I wouldn't know because this video is 6 hours long, and I'm not going through 6 hours of an Andrew Wilson debate. Like, I absolutely refuse. Anyway, let's get into it.
So I'll try to rephrase this. I'm going to reframe, and I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I will never be able to convince you of my worldview.
you won't.
I know. But the reason is not because I'm not a great orator or I don't make good points or I haven't said things which should be compelling to a person. But Charlie, I just think honestly, you're too stupid to understand them.
Straight up insult, right? You
It said, no offense, your arms are lean, so donate so that we hit the swole goal. Help me. Help me. I am puny. I need your help.
guys heard that. Straight up insult. Like, he just blatantly said, you're too stupid to understand him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Andrew, can I sell you on my worldview?
Yes.
Look at Brian's face.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
you
lick sniz.
Under your
She said, what? Hold up. Go. Let's rewind that back. Just a tad. Let's rewind it back. Let's hear that one more time.
So Andrew, can I sell you on my worldview?
Yes.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
you
lick sniz.
Yo, oh my gosh. Totally fried his ass. And it's insane, right? Because you guys will be able to see he gets pissed off. But the thing is, he insults That's interesting.
You stupid. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your stupid bitch mouth.
And that's shut your stupid mouth. Wow. What a comeback. See, and that's insane because previous.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I wish we had the. All right. We'll try one more because I do actually want to see the specific point.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
you
lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick sniz.
Now up next, guys, we
totally honest with you.
All right.
I will never be able to convince you of my worldview.
You won't.
So the reason I wanted the specific version without the commentary is the way that it plays out. So he starts with an insult, then she tries to lay out her worldview by using the fact that Rachel Wilson has other baby daddies. That's not any inherent, any negative thing thrown that way. Just statement of fact. A statement of fact is not an insult.
I know. But the reason is not because I'm not a great orator or I don't make good points or I haven't said things which should be compelling to a person. But Charlie, I just think honestly, you're too stupid to understand them.
well, he's lovely and extremely modest. Like, what a wild way to make a point in a debate. I mean, it's just not a good style of debating because even if you don't like the person that you're sitting across from, insulting them or demeaning them puts anybody who's...
What do you mean? What do you mean she doesn't have baby daddies? So Andrew is the father of all of her children? Maybe I'm mistaken, but from what I understood, I think they have maybe a daughter together, if anything. but she definitely does have baby daddies, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but as far as I knew, he was very open about that.
That you're sitting across from, insulting them or demeaning them puts anybody who starts the debate or enters it sympathetic or agreeing with that side on the defensive, like you're attacking them. So even if you do feel that way about somebody, it's genuinely not a great debate tactic to attack them personally like that. And I definitely do apply that in both directions. But and then it's just not giving. It's giving very arrogant when you're like, I'm a great orator and I have all these amazing points, but you're just too.
Bro, a baby daddy is a daddy of a baby that you are not with. That's what a ex-husbands who have had children. If that's not your husband, it's your baby daddy. That's what that means.
Stupid to understand me, even if that is all true, which I'll say. And then
I sell you on my worldview.
Yes.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you.
So she's male, and he claims this being. He both all these stuff all the way.
You lick sniz
under your religion.
You lick sniz.
What is that?
You're don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your mouth.
So my favorite part is when he tries to he tries to act like he's throwing whatever she's throwing back at him, and then he just gets caught. Well, what about the listen,
stupid bitch mouth?
Your wife with the 3 baby.
What did I just say?
With the
sorry, dog. I'm sorry. She morally inconsequential in comparison to your ditch licking.
Do the men that you try to?
Do the women that you try to?
Do the women that you tried to? Well, finish that sentence, Andrew. What were you gonna say there? What were you gonna say there? Nothing. Just nah you. So that's the Andrew Wilson when he gets triggered, and just finish up the pickle jar.
Just can't grip it.
You know what? Maybe the olive jars are harder than the pickle jars.
They're not hard to open, but I can't grip.
Oh,
the
me?
thing.
Watch this shit.
So you can't blame me for my greasy fingers now. Like, God.
It's still greasy. The top of it's like.
You tried it with like 40
feel it yourself. Tell me I'm wrong.
You know what?
No, all worked out. Shout out to JP. Welcome to the party. Absolutely not. You may remember this beautiful face for debating Andrew Wilson face to face last year. Not to say he doesn't have some good points. Definitely has some good points. But definitely ain't glazing nobody. Definitely disagree. Brian's made so much money off of Andrew.
The top of it's like.
You tried it with like 40
feel it yourself. Tell me I'm wrong.
You know what?
Is that not greasy and sticky?
Greasy.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking greasy.
I'm gonna let.
But it's the top. Not the
Lulu
sides.
donated $200.
Lulu, thank you for this.
Katara, you've got good morals, but you're not engaging with Andrew on the level in which he's challenging you.
Oh, he's climbing.
You're
you know what?
thinking
Yeah, this is not open wall.
you believe in.
Fucking Fort
Read the
Knox.
philosophy book.
Here, go.
Just can't grip it.
Okay, now I want to do
All right. So I don't remember why we were talking about that, but those are the 2 clips that we brought up. So let's run this back a little bit.
But you know what? I mean, it seems to have worked fine for him.
Yeah, you'll debate a lot of feminists on this whatever podcast that you. By the way, there was a guy that was on it a few years ago. I haven't seen him for 2 years.
Oh yeah, not quite.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I mean, I don't hate him. I'm not a fan. I think if anything, like maybe I'm patting myself on the back a little bit, but if anything, we're mutuals. He's definitely way up higher, but we're mutuals.
The good-looking guy that used to
Chase.
Chase.
Yeah.
Chase used to be with a girl named Eva something. Beautiful girl from Netherlands or something like that. They came to our house one time and we had lunch with them. Chase is another talent. I haven't seen him for a minute.
Very smart guy. Very nice guy. Been friends with him for a couple of years. Him and my wife are friends as well. They talk back and forth on X.
What happened to him?
He went off and did his own thing. I'm not really.
Is he still creating content or no?
He launched a show recently.
He did
his own show.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
good,
he's
because
doing.
He's also capable.
Oh yeah. He's doing very well. He doesn't do arguments the same way that I do. But
we're still talking about Crowder. I think we're talking about Crowder.
I think that the angle that he comes at it is just as valuable in many respects.
I think he also smokes cigarettes.
He does. Does he? Maybe he does.
No, I remember it specifically that he smokes cigarettes.
Okay.
Maybe Piers.
To us. We talked about it.
Maybe I had one with him. I'm not selling anybody out, okay? I'm not selling anybody out. I can neither confirm nor deny.
No, but I remember when he was there just watching him. I'm like, this guy, if he gets it together, he can really do something. What I mean by get it together is knowing what direction he wants to go. Because he was, you have a different style. What's the main host name? The main
Brian
guy?
Atlas.
Brian Atlas. Brian is a good host.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good point guard. Very good point guard. Manages the entire thing very well. What's his background, by the way?
Brian's?
Yeah.
Well, Brian had a prank channel for years on YouTube.
Got it.
You realize this is alcohol, right? I put it in a mug because I'm not going to show somebody else's brand. But hey, if you are a brewery or something, I'm happy to put your logo up there.
Brian's?
Yeah.
Well, Brian had a prank channel for years on YouTube.
Got it.
Until he moved into this type of content. Very talented guy, very, very smart guy. And he also is one of the few guys in this sphere that I actually trust.
Right.
He's never done anything but right by me. Very, very good guy. And there's very few of them. And I don't know what it is about entertainment.
Did not know that. Oh, I didn't notice that. What's wrong with Starbucks? What's wrong with Starbucks? I like Starbucks.
Specifically, but it does not breed good people usually at all.
So here's a clip I want to play for you, okay? Feminism.
Oh, Jesus.
And my goal is to try to turn you into a feminist by the time you're done watching this video, but I don't think it's going to work, Andrew. So
I hope it's not the same one we just looked at.
Brace for impact.
I'm ready.
Open up your open-mindedness and see if this changes your mind. Vinny, have you seen this?
I have not.
Okay, first of all, you guys are going to love this clip. Go ahead, Ron.
All right, here we go. Oh, Jesus. Already, this is not looking good. What does this look like on vertical? Okay, that looks horrible on vertical. But whatever, you can't. Does that change? Wait, let me just hold on real quick. Yeah, it doesn't change anything. Okay, because it's got a nice effect on the landscape. But anyway,
So refreshing.
All right, here's that check for you, sir. Sir? First of all, do not assume my pronouns. Second of all, how dare you assume that because I'm a man and I'm going to be paying for this whole dinner? Women are fully capable of paying for themselves.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want to split the bill between each of them?
Actually, why don't we do this so we can really drive this point home for you, because you're giving me very misogynistic vibes right now. Leave the entire bill, and she will pay for the entire thing because she is a strong, independent woman who does not need a man to provide for her. As a feminist woman, wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, here's the check, ma'am. I'm sorry. Okay. Canceled.
I don't appreciate how people twisted the septum ring theory into the nose ring theory. I do think that any kind of nose ring is a red flag, but the septum piercing specifically is what applies to the theory. Angry said, I wish we could go back to the blue hairs being the nice old lady down the street. Yep, remember those days. Kind of. So I learned to play chess a few years ago, and I got a little bit into it, just enough to, kind of understand more than okay, this piece does that and that piece does that. And I meant to get further into it. But I never really did. So I've gotten as far as understanding that I'm supposed to have an opening, but that I don't know what opening to use or anything like that. So that's about the range. Super beginner, one level above, never heard of it.
Yeah, in that case, here's the check, ma'am. I'm sorry. Okay. Canceled. I cannot believe how toxic that guy was.
Wait, so toxic. Oh my God, this is expensive.
Oh, you got it. You
Are you gonna help me?
Absolutely not. As a feminist man, I don't want to imply that you can't defend yourself just because you're a woman.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, what? Yeah.
All right. This. I'm dating a conservative.
Let's go!
What a great clip.
Oh,
right? 60 seconds.
Fight for
takes
yourself.
everything out.
Yeah. So, okay, word up. So Matt's staying along with it. It's the septum ring theory. Again, nose rings are definitely a red flag, but the ultimate red flag is the bull ring septum thing. Yeah, right? Wait, Marge sips out blue hair and wearing the pants brainwash people. Oh, Marge, how could you do this to us?
You know what? You can pay for it.
Yeah, and you can. Even the burglar was
protect
like,
yourself.
the burglar was like, wait, what?
Yeah. No, I kind of want a conservative in my life, is what I want.
Probably 60% of the conversations with feminists revolve around the idea that video is trying to convey, which is where you can't have equality and equity, but then also demand privilege in society at the same time.
Of course you can. It's called girl math.
And that's what those all are, aren't they? What he's really pointing out is you're getting all sorts of privileges that would never be afforded to me. It's instantly assumed I pay your bill. It's instantly assumed that I protect you. It's instantly assumed that you get the spot on the lifeboat if we're on the Titanic. This is all instantly just assumed. It's baked into the pie, right? Well, the thing is that if that's the case, what are men getting? This was my argument with what's her name, Tommy Lauren, right? The idea on, and that was a huge viral clip on Piers Morgan as well with Tommy Lauren, where I took her to task on this very same concept.
What was the topic?
You remember she did well. Okay, I think.
Well, in this case, we were discussing. She was basically saying that men are a bunch of sassy pants man babies now, and
Yeah, she put out a video and she was like, "Look, me and all my friends were successful and we're smart and we're this and we're that, and why don't you date us?" Because you're like that.
this and that, and I took her to task on it and pointed out.
Oh yeah, septum ring theory, very, very simple. Run away from any woman who has her septum pierced. They are all crazy. You don't get a septum ring unless you are crazy. You see the ring, you know the crazy. That's the theory.
Out to her that, well, you'll see in the clip, I guess.
Is this it?
Yeah, okay.
I believe so.
Originally, she put out like a TikTok style, I don't know, with shorts or whatever, but just straight to cam, like, man, I'm just, why won't you date us? And she, and of course, the obligatory, we won't settle.
Right. So I'm really anxious to weigh in. Okay. So I think over the last probably 10 years, there has been what I call the pussification of men. It was everything should be about your emotions and your feelings, and men were emasculated, and this whole concept of toxic masculinity warped the minds of a lot of young men. And they felt masculine. They wanted to be masculine, but society was telling them they should be softer, that it was being toxically masculine if you wanted to play sports and chop wood and go to war. And so men were so emasculated and so beat down that then there was this revolution of what was actually toxic masculinity. The Tate brothers and others.
Shout out to Books in the building. Welcome to the party. Yeah. She wonders why nobody wants to date her. It's because she's icky.
Revolution of what was actually toxic masculinity, the Tate brothers and others, which I feel as a female that doesn't represent true masculinity. That
side quest. Just from the highlights, it was extremely cathartic. I had a lot of schadenfreude watching Andrew Tate get beat the fuck up. He had terrible form. Oh man, that was enjoyable to watch.
That to me represents douchebaggery. And as a woman, I want a strong man who is a protector and a provider that will go to war if need be, that will protect me, protect my family, make money. I see that as being actually masculine. That's like the man that I grew up with, my dad. But what we're seeing now.
Even if I didn't speak English, just seeing this clip would be enough for me to be like, nope. If you didn't want to, yeah, right? I mean, come on.
That is being actually masculine. That's like the man that I grew up with, my dad. But what we're seeing now is these young men who look at Andrew Tate and the...
We're trying to make a point. But exactly, right? That's what I'm saying. Even without... That's why I sped it up, because I can only take it for so long. But even without the context or the content of what you're saying, this is why nobody fucking likes you.
Brothers, and they see somebody who's just quite frankly a douchebag and disrespects women, and because they've been so emasculated, they're like, oh great, that's a manly man. But that's not right either. So at some point I think we'll go back to maybe meeting in the middle here. You can be a man.
I missed this one. Shout out to the Wrath of Reason. Welcome to the party. Said I could fix her. Oh brother. Hey, I wouldn't give it a shot, but up to you. We also got Catholic Groiper from Florida over on Rumble. Welcome. Facing the plus, you can't say anything. There you go.
Who has feelings and emotions, but you can also go to war and protect and defend your family. I'm hoping
that's not a girl, it's a guy.
But the two extremes right now
are
men, and quite frankly, they're leaving women with few choices, and that's the real tragedy here.
You see, I completely agree with you, but Andrew, you were shaking your head quite vigorously. Why?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just more feminine or feminist nonsense ultimately. And the covert feminism in society is big, especially on the conservative side. So here's what happens, right? Women need to have feminine virtues for men to be pursuing masculine virtues, for you to say things like, well, what I want is for men to protect me and I want men to make money. Well, that's great. What that ends up doing is it gives you a set of privilege in society. What do men get? What do men get for doing that for you? What are we getting from women for doing that? Are we getting chaste virgins on our wedding night? No, we're not getting chaste virgins on our wedding night. Are we getting women of great virtue? No, we're not getting women of great virtue.
Hey, shout out to the Rage page. Welcome. Very, very good to see ya.
our wedding night. Are we getting women of great virtue? No, we're not getting women of great virtue. The idea of courtly love is supposed to be done for women of great virtue. Where are they? Well, they're nowhere. And so in modernity, in society, when female conservative influencers say this, it's actually a form of covert feminism. They're saying, I want privilege in society, right? But what is it women are giving to men to get it? What? What are they giving them?
What did she say?
She had no answer.
No,
She said men are just wired to do it. That was her response. I just believe men are wired to do that. Yes, I kid you not. That was her response. I believe men are, that's why it went so viral, because she said, I just think men are wired that way. They're wired to be my slave. They're wired to go and make my money and put me in a position of privilege and this and that. In fact,
that's all I dream about when when it's late at night and I'm thinking, oh, what is the best future for me? It is to be some work slave to some bitch who doesn't fucking really like me. I mean, what man doesn't dream of that?
You're lucky. Don't you feel lucky that you're allowed to do that for her? You're a lucky guy. You're a real lucky guy.
Who has spooked you in a debate? Who's gotten you raged? Who's gotten you fully like pissed off where you're like, you wanted to, destroy them, but they actually got you a little bit?
I mean, that's happened a few times in various debates. The thing is I've debated with hundreds of people over the years. You know what I mean? And over that course, you're going to lose your cool from time to time. People often will take personal jabs. They'll attack you, this and that. It's very trendy for people to attack my wife, for instance. They know that one of the pathways to attack somebody who has a family is what? It's through the family, right? This is a way that they can try to get a rise out of you, various things like this. So there's been multiple instances where this has happened where, I'm human. I'm going to get upset from time to time. Usually that's not the case. I don't think that you can judge or assess a person's entire body of work on whether or not they get upset here and there when they're debating various people, especially if people are bad faith or they're clip farming. I get that a lot. I'll be debating with people, especially TikTokers, and they're all just clip farming. They're looking for rage bait, in other words.
Yeah. So what's his name? Muhammad Ali. As much as they call him the greatest of all time, the guy has lost 6 times. You know this, right? Do you know his record?
Muhammad Ali?
Yeah. He's the GOAT.
Is he?
Yeah. Who would you put ahead of him? Look at his record. 56 and 5. 56 and 5.
Andrew Wilson.
And if you ever go to the Muhammad Ali, didn't we go to the Muhammad Ali Museum together?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And you see all the times you go downstairs, they got this place in the basement, which that day we were there. Who was there? Bob Costas was there?
Bob Costas
Who was a small
walking
guy? Bob Costas.
That was him.
The Bob Costas.
Yeah.
Can you pull up Bob Costas to see if that's him or not? I think it was Bob Costas. He was there.
Yeah, 100% he was there.
Yeah, by the way.
That guy loves Trump. He's a Trump lover. That guy, I saw him with a MAGA shirt on, and then he took that one off and he had another one on.
I know. It's a complete
What's the story?
He's like,
CDS.
But I would say.
Oh, wait. I pulled this up and I forgot to do the side quest. So before we move too far off of the women dating, all that kind of stuff, I have yet another side quest. This is, making its rounds around TikTok, and it is super cringe. I don't know if it's a skit. The whole world is a skit, but I give you the latest.
Stronger than me. If you wanted to, you could.
Oh, hold on.
You are physically stronger than me. If you wanted to, you could kill me. Don't be scared. I have been having the thought that I feel so weird saying it. I don't even know how to say it. I'm sorry. You are physically stronger than me. If you wanted to, you could kill me. I would say that you would never do that.
Yup.
There is not a 0% chance of that happening either. Like these women who thought their husbands would never did. The reality of that has been weighing on me lately. I'm scared to talk to you about it because I don't want
It's almost like she found out today. It's almost like she found out today that men are stronger than women.
I get the idea to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I like to call social media brain, where you get on social media and you see negativity, scary, rage bait, and your brain starts to put that into real life. I'm gonna show you something. Statistics show that more women are identified as perpetrators of child maltreatment cases than men, with data suggesting that mothers were responsible for about 70% of abuse cases involving a single parent. Oh, could you imagine a child reading that and then going to their mother and going, "Mom, I'm just so, I think I should go live with Dad. The statistics say that
same logic.
Mothers are really doing their kids in. I saw a few videos on social media about mothers killing their kids. It would be insane. Why? Well, that's simple. Because generally speaking, with normal people, with a normal brain, the safest place that a child could be is with their mother. It happens to be the same thing when it comes to husbands. Y'all take these crazy statistics and these one-off situations, and you go, well, the single most dangerous place for a woman to be is in a marriage with her husband. Well, then in that case, if we are to use the statistics in the same way that you're using them, the single most dangerous place for a child to be is with their mother. When in real life, it is in fact the opposite. You can interpret statistics any way you want to tell any story you want, and y'all do that constantly.
Source. Statistically, the safest place is with a family member. Now, of course, statistically, most abuse happens also from a family member, but it's almost like life is not that simple. The safest place for a kid is with dad. Pretty simple. I know I delayed that and I messed up the relevance. We kind of moved on from it, but sorry. All right, I'll back this up.
That guy.
Oh, wait, no,
you know, at first when we went to the museum, I thought he was a jockey.
See, is he on the smaller side?
No, because we're there for the Derby, so I thought one of the veteran, well-known jockeys was
5'7".
Pat looked at him and went like this. Hey, good luck tomorrow.
3 inches taller than me.
I was like, wow. Let me go ask him, like, can I get an autograph? Maybe it's a legendary. No, there's no way he's 5'7".
Oh my,
there's no way he's 5'7".
He's
not 5'7".
No, he's lower than that. But they have me as 5'10" over there. I'm freaking 5'8.5".
No, I thought I was like, listen,
well,
let's go take a picture with a legendary jockey.
That's so funny.
Like, that is Bob Costas. So, by the way, Bob, if you forgive me,
all right, what are we doing?
For a split second, I thought it was like I wanted to get an autograph with some of the jockeys. I love going to the Derby, and then you're like, I think that's Bob Costas. Totally threw me off. Go ahead.
Okay,
we're saying, interestingly enough, with debates, there's people who you can beat on 90% of the topics who might be able to beat you on 10% of them.
I agree.
So it depends on the person, the topic, the situation, right?
You know Sam Shulman. You know Sam Shulman, who is Shimon.
Yeah.
Sam Shimon was here. He says, if you want me to debate an atheist, I'm not the guy. If you want me to debate whatever other, I'm not the guy.
Sorry, hold on. I can't fucking see what the thing was. Do that.
I'm the guy you want me to debate Muslims. That's it. Quran. I'm that guy.
Yep.
Anybody else, anything else, I'm not your guy for it.
Not a super flattering picture, but okay.
If it's that topic, I'll show up. If it's not,
hey, shout out to James. We got another atheist in the building. Welcome to the party. Lomo said statistically, your chances of dying from a crab holding a knife is very low, but it's not 0%. Are you referencing a show or a movie? Well, I just saw a movie where a crab had a knife. I want to say it was Better Watch Out. What did I just see? That's so weird. If not, then that is so random. Bog said, I found out that Andrew both hates and respects my position. I can live with that. Yeah, definitely dealing with that. Hey, shout out to Lasissimo. Welcome. Said you don't want individuals being responsible for your children. You want a group of women doing it while a group of men provide. Well, that's the way it used to be. And worked out pretty well. Pretty well.
Anything else, I'm not your guy for it. If it's that topic, I'll show up. If it's not, I won't show up.
Yep. Know your strength.
Good point.
Yeah. Exactly. And I understand that completely. Now, I have a much wider array of things that I debate than most debaters do. Much wider. Everything from feminism to communism. You name it. And I've probably been on the other end debating it. And I have to debate it competently. And I have to
Who
debate
haven't you debated that you would like to debate?
David Pakman.
You have not.
I would pay money to see that, but he would never. David Pakman would never. He would never.
I've been asking. They've sent him emails. Multiple people have tried to set it up. And the guy's just a chicken shit. He just refuses to debate with me. Just refuses.
Oh, he's so.
But he's been on my list for a while. Of him and then Parker from TikTok. He's been ducking a moderated debate with me. The only way he'll debate most of these TikTok
is if they can use the mute button.
Is if you have to go to their channel where they can mute you, right? Where they can lower your audio, where it's completely and fundamentally unfair. That's the only way they'll do a debate. And so I offered Parker $10,000
this guy
to do a moderated debate,
and he won't do it. No, these guys.
He's the biggest chicken shits that I've ever seen in my life. And I've tangled with him on Pierce and other places like this. He always loses, and I understand why they don't want to do moderated debates because they can't just click the mute button and then that's the end of it. But yeah, wide variety of topics. I'm always happy to get into all across the political spectrum. And even I do engage somewhat in theology.
Shout out to Swanky Sasquatch, like that name. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Said Pac-Man is gay. Gay, 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 gay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, James, this is Andrew Wilson, and the other guy is PBD of the PBD Podcast named Patrick Bet David. What? What? Did somebody say if a man doesn't provide, he's not a man? What? What are we talking about?
Oh, I think that there's better apologists than I am, for sure. That's not my strength. My strength is the political.
You're on a plane right now? Oh my God! Maybe, hey, look down. Maybe you can see me. Safe travels. Safe travels. Man, I would love to be able to watch me not knowing what I was going to say on a plane. That would make it a lot better.
Apologist than I am, for sure. That's not my strength. My strength is the political arm. So that's what I do. But yes, it does depend the person, the day, what the topic is, this and that.
No, a man needs to have a penis. That's what makes a man. A penis.
You know what I mean? So if I'm debating with Destiny on meta ethics, he's going to lose, right? But it's possible that we could be debating on some other topic, that he beats me.
Like video games or something like that.
Or, there could be some...
Well, wait, didn't you guys just tell me on the last stream that Andrew's Mr. Gamer? So maybe not even that. But yeah, definitely texting with underage girls, Destiny would win that debate for sure.
That he beats me.
Or
like video games. Or, there could be some political thing that he's been studying nonstop that he's just more familiar with than me. Maybe he beats the tar off of me on those, right? Or beats tar out of me on those. But then he gets into meta ethics and he completely gets destroyed and devastated. So there's a lot of that goes on.
Morgoth's Hammer making fun. I said, sorry, Lutch. Costas is a giant compared to you. Shut up. Shut up. How can broke Andrew offer? Did he say he was broke? When did you say he was broke? Oh no, from the video. Oh, that was years ago. He's one of the biggest super chatted channels on YouTube now, so he ain't broke no more. Like I said, a male baby has a penis too. Very true, very true. But I did not say that all people who have penises are men. I said a man needs a penis in order to be a man. So even though I didn't think of that, I'm still right. Let's go. Guys, don't forget about Morty here. He is hungry. He's so hungry. Look. For 99 cents, you could feed a poor old dog. We got the Wrath of Reason. Oh, wait, I already said hi to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome again. And cuck standoff. That would, that one would be close. I think Andrew, I think Destiny would win, but it would be close. All right, have Mac.
Ethics, and he completely gets destroyed and devastated. So there's a lot of that goes on. Some of these debates will go for 5 or
nope. Then you're just a man who cut off his penis.
6 hours. Like the last debate that I had there, where it went.
How many arms does a human have? 2. Oh, so if you cut off someone's arm, that means they're no longer a human.
Stupid.
Viral because this chick basically said that my wife should have killed her kids and it would have made her less promiscuous. That's what she said. Not kidding.
Who's this?
I don't even want to get into it. But anyway, that's what she said. So
I've never gotten J. Cole before. What does J. Cole look like? I think I remember, but I don't remember from J. Cole. Yeah, okay. Well, I couldn't remember if this was him or Kendrick. I'm not into rap like that, but that's the first time I got that. What do you guys think? We'll do. No, wait, you guys can't see it on the vert. On the vert. How to do this? This is the best way. No. Yeah, this is the best. This is the biggest about. Do I look like J. Cole? Yes or no? All right. Welcome to the party. Let's dive.
I don't even want to get into it. But anyway, that's what she said. So ultimately, what happens is with this chick, I was debating with her for 6 hours. Right. Jeez. She finally took
for what?
She finally took well, we just went over a huge wide variety of topics. She got beaten on every single topic.
Is she a famous
No,
debater?
She's basically not at all.
Is she a be back on whatever? Like the people that watch whatever have seen her many times.
One time.
Okay, so how did she get on the show?
I don't know. So again,
we gotta call Brian. Like, what are you doing, Brian? Like,
when
you
it
gotta get this under control, buddy.
When it comes to Brian, he knows this about me, right? I'm probably, if you offer me a debate, I'm probably just going to go do the debate. Like that's likely going to happen. It doesn't really matter with who.
You debated this girl
J. Cole with cancer
for 6 hours.
J. Cole with AIDS.
Damn. What are you guys talking about for 6 hours?
She's a communist, feminist. So we went over a wide array of topics. So
yeah, but here, let's do another poll. Have you ever watched? We'll go with the whatever podcast specifically. Have you ever watched a whatever podcast episode in full? Because I feel like there's definitely benefit to being able to have the time to really dig into stuff. But when you're putting out 6-hour debates, are people really getting the gestalt, or are we just looking for clips? A 6-hour debate seems more about making the clips than it is about having the debate. Just my opinion as someone who has never watched a full debate. Oh no. Oh. Well, okay. Why is communism based? I'm willing to engage anybody's ideas, and I disagree, but I'm always open to change my mind. So why is communism based? Really? Damn. Oh damn. Most of you are up in there. All right. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, so do I, but like I have. Like, all right. So if we take a look at my watch later playlist, yeah, man. So what I'll do is, so all of this stuff I'll throw to the top of the list, and then like whatever else I'm watching. So like this was the first one about the pit, and I'll watch all of that stuff, and then these longer things stay up here until I have the time to actually dig into it. And so like, yeah, okay, it being in the background is one thing. But and for my purposes at least, like I need to be able to have some idea of what's going on. And Angry knows what's good. Angry knows what's good. Wrath the Reason said I watched the full episode when he brought Myron's ex on, and chat was trolling the ever living shit out of her. It was awesome. I mean, here or there, I might tune in, but I don't know. I was thinking, like, I don't know exactly how, 3 hours is good. Because I'll even say in terms of, like, when I've been on Speakeasy's channel, and we have, like, a full debate. If I'm not in a good position, I can kind of tread water, so to speak, and run the clock out. If we had 3 hours, like, you're gonna pin me down on whatever it is. But I can't do 6 hours. Like that's just like a 6 hour conversation, a 6 hour panel. That's very different. But a debate, that's where you're just constantly on. Doesn't sound fun to me. You can say that again. You can say that again. All right, let's dive back in. Yeah,
as feminist. So we went over a wide array of topics. So this is like,
I will bet you $1,000 you've never been a landlord. $1,000 says you've never been a landlord, except for a place to rent.
Stupid.
Yeah, 6 hour debate. Naima, I've done 4 or 5 hour debates with the Jubilee All Star, right? I do think that's way too long for a debate. I think 2 or 3 is much more reasonable.
Oh, I've seen her. Yeah, I've seen.
He says 2 to 3. I just go and go. I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say for the New Year's Eve stream. We are gonna start at 8 p.m. and I want to go at least until the East Coast New Year's because that's where I'm at. And I'm down to keep going. I don't know who's gonna be around, who's not gonna be around. So we'll see. But I have a couple ideas of stuff that can. That'll last the night. You know what I mean? Okay, there you go. So Morgoth said, I have been and still am a landlord. Are you lazy? And is there anything about being a landlord that enables you to be lazy?
Her with she She's the one that looked at Charlie when Charlie smiled and said, "Ooh, that's a bad smile." And she tried to disrespect him right off the bat.
Yeah, well,
I don't like that
if you ever
approach.
want to see her, she started the debate with me by saying she was a Jubilee All-Star. And
She
then
called herself that?
Yeah, and I spent a good 2 hours just completely dismantling her and made her look like the dumbest person on planet Earth because she is.
Is she though? Is she smart or
No,
is she
she's an idiot. Complete moron.
qualified?
Oh yeah.
Qualified.
Like, if you want to laugh your ass off tonight, go home.
Get him angry.
Home and watch the debate that I did with her, the last debate that I did with her in this series, where she claims she's a Jubilee All-Star, and watch her. I make her argue against her own position, and she doesn't even know I'm doing it.
What's this clip wrap? What is it? Let's watch maybe 2 of these clips and now let's wrap it up. This one is what?
It says here, I'm insulting.
Morgoth said, I have been and still am a landlord. Asked, are you lazy and or is there anything about being a landlord that is conducive to being lazy?
Oh, hell no.
Any legit problem, we get on right away. It's almost like a job. I don't have a boss that says clock in at 7 and leave at 4, therefore not a job. I'm some well, you got the name spot on.
Each other during debate on whatever podcast 23.
Do you know what?
Wait, what happened?
Here, them insulting each other during debate on whatever podcast 23.
Do you know what this one's about, or
no? I don't know. Through your worldview, can you explain how forced doctrine is wrong outside of preference or not?
No, Andrew. By the way, what I was just doing is proving through your own ethical framework why you don't deserve shit. You don't deserve a thank you for women from fall.
Wait a minute. So not only does this mean that you clearly have never been a landlord, but unless you've had a perfect record, that means you haven't rented anywhere. Because, of course, you would have had something happen in the middle of the night and you call your landlord and they come over, or the super or the whatever. So not only have you're talking shit about something you don't know from the one side, you couldn't have rented anywhere either. So stay in mommy and daddy's basement and let the grown-ups talk.
Following the teachings of your own ethical framework brought to you by your God. Why should women thank men? That's
yeah, right. Morgan said it's the tenant who can really screw over the landlord. I don't know if you've heard of squatting, but no, it's just lazy. We're just lazy. Stupid. I know nothing about nothing, but let me tell you why you're wrong. So, do you live with your parents or no? No other chats are being brought up until you answer that question. Do you live with your parents or no?
what you wanted. You wanted a
Oh,
thank
I'm
you.
dumb. Okay, great. I'm dumb. Do you live with your parents or no? Do you live with your parents or no? Do you live with your parents or no?
From women for not yes, for doing the absolute bare minimum, which your own ethical framework acknowledged is the
I don't believe you.
absolute bare minimum.
But that's you're just making my point. Are all men Christians?
No.
Then should we thank them?
Well, yes, they're following their own secular ethical framework that is teaching them not to just maim other
So
women.
you should say,
and by
you
the
should
way,
thank
they're
men. So
Christian
you should
men.
thank men.
Well, I mean, not you. Not
But you should thank. I didn't say me. You said men. So you should thank men.
I guess I should thank natural law. Thank you, natural law. I agree.
How does
It is
what?
Because it's objectively immoral. Because it's objectively immoral to kill people.
No, it's
Andrew.
objectively immoral. I just can't demonstrate it.
Do you not think that killing is objectively immoral?
Only from my view, but not from yours.
No, from everyone's view.
No, not from no.
They always
literally
do this.
everyone.
They
Not literally
always do this. And I was gonna not be that guy, but let's see. First of all, I've got 24 people watching, so you're only on the fucking losers version. But let's go to your channel and see what you got going on. Yikes! We got 35 subscribers. All right. All gay music shit videos. Okay, let's see. Pulp Fiction enhanced. Say anything improved. You scared. 26 seconds. Wow, you got 100. You broke 100 views on that one. 100 views. Look, guys, 100 views. I mean, that's impressive. That's impressive. I know you worked really, really hard at that. And you know what? I'm not being sarcastic because once, years and years and years ago, I was just like you. Just like you. Oh, maybe you should have asked if I had a job. I have a full-time job. Oh, keep trying, though. Keep trying. Let's see how long you'll take this. Let's see what these videos actually are. Let's see how awesome this is. Nope. So, you know what? Let's just go through every video and click off. Because that's how you fuck with a channel. click-through rate. Just denied. Telling the algorithm, every single video on this channel sucks. Nope. Maybe this one. Nope. How about this one? Nope. Bye.
View, but not from yours.
No, from everyone's view.
No, not
dog trainer. I am a dog trainer. I also have a private practice where I am a laser tattoo removal, the founder of a tattoo removal practice. So what do you do living in your fucking parents' basement?
From literally
It's not literally
view.
from everyone's view.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of, no.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, from a Muslim's view, is it objectively immoral to take away rights from women?
I mean, I'm not Muslim.
God. Jeez.
God,
that's the argument.
Yeah, but I watched her on Charlie. That's the place I've
You mean the house that I'm sitting in that I own?
seen her.
I love it. I love they just tried to no, well, maybe this, well, maybe that, well, maybe that, maybe that. Instead of doing something where I'm actually enjoying myself, I have to make this person think the thing that I want them to think. Yikes. Yikes. You're not just stupid. You're a loser, too. Anyway, moving on.
God,
that's the argument.
Yeah, but I watched her on Charlie. That's the place I've seen her.
Yeah.
Where she was on the debate with Charlie. And what's the other one, Rob? Do one more, and then the 6-hour debate girl. This is the 6-hour debate girl. Go ahead.
I'll try to rephrase this. I'm going to reframe, and I'm just going to be totally honest with you. I will never be able to
here we go.
convince you of my worldview.
You won't.
I know. But the reason is not because I'm not a great orator, or I don't make good points, or I haven't said things which should be compelling to a person. But Charlie, I just think honestly, you're too fucking stupid to understand them, which is true.
So Andrew, can I
the guy in the middle.
my worldview?
Yeah.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
you
lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick sniz.
What is that?
You're a
I still
fucking
think that's
dyke.
funny.
Don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your stupid bitch mouth.
Your wife with the 3 baby
What did I just say?
Your
Dyke?
wife with the 3
Sorry,
baby
I'm sorry, Dyke. Is she morally inconsequential in comparison
Do the women that you
to your ditch licking?
The men that you try to
Do the women that you try to?
It looks so bad. Andrew, this might have been your worst moment, and that includes the olive jar.
your hatred against
Do you the women that you try
convince them
to?
that they shouldn't,
You know,
like,
Charlie, did I
pursue
bring
women? Do they know
Charlie?
that
Did I bring
wife
your
is 5
family?
years older?
Did I bring any of your
You called
family
me
into
fucking
anything?
stupid.
Did I
You
say
called
anything
me
about
fucking
your
stupid.
family being stupid, Charlie?
could.
It's
You could
because
go
I'm
for it.
better than you, Charlie.
No, it's because you're embarrassed and you know that the traditional values that you try to
Got
sell
him.
people on are bullshit because
Let's
you
go
are not
through
a
it.
traditional man.
Chuck, let's go through it.
You are not a traditional
Let's go
man.
through it, Chuck. Tell me what I'm doing, which is immoral.
Chuck, 6 hours?
Jeez.
What did you say to her? What you said? What was
Well,
the
from
argument?
there, what she did was she tried to go on to say that I'm a hypocrite because I tell men not to get married to single moms, which is not true. I have a nuanced position, which is it works out not so good for most people, but there's nothing ethically which is wrong with that. And then went on to say that she had slept with 10 guys and she's in her early 20s, right? She slept with 10 guys. And that's okay because abortion is there. And so abortion basically hides the crime. And so what my wife should have done is just have a series of abortions. And if she had done that, then she wouldn't be viewed as promiscuous by society. That was her argument. Abortion is there to hide the crime.
Jeez.
That's her argument.
That's her argument.
What a
Yeah, sick person. So what happened is a sequence of TikTokers who absolutely hate me clipped this up out of context, right? And put it out there as though I was having some kind of meltdown.
Andrew, you crashed out in that moment. Just take the L. I mean, hey, man, you've got a lot of dubs across the internet. Just take the L.
Clearly not.
Rewatching that.
And the same thing
just now.
Same thing with the olive jar. Like, bro, just take the L. You're like, fuck, you got me.
It doesn't look like a meltdown to me. It looks to me like
Yeah,
I'm defending myself and defending my position. And this chick went personal, and so I gave her the personal jabs back. That's how.
You mean after you called her a stupid bitch and told her that you were a better person than her?
What goes in debates?
Is she lesbian or straight?
She's a detransitioner.
What does that mean?
It means that she was a female to male trainee.
I can't go like that's too technical.
Did she chop off anything?
Okay.
That's a guy?
No, that's a girl.
She
but
identified.
Who wanted
took
to
a
be
bunch
a
of
guy.
hormones to become a guy.
Oh man,
is what she did, and then
to look like a guy. He did not get he did not become a guy.
transitioned from
She.
that.
Why would she? Why would she? Why would she? He do that? Why, if you're going to go for it?
For all the obvious fucking reasons, because cutting off your junk and taking drugs like that doesn't fix all your fucking problems.
What was was there an explanation for why she went to he and then back?
I wasn't
She's
particularly.
Was she attractive? She looks attractive.
I don't know, but I wasn't particularly.
I'm asking that, like, what causes an attractive girl to do that?
Oh, well, she has a mind virus. She has a leftist mind virus. Like, she's all about the gays and all about the, she's all about that shit.
So now she's back to a woman, but she's dating women. She's with women
and men.
Oh, she's okay.
So she doesn't discriminate. She wants both.
She does both. Yeah. So what happened there was that exchange, right? When she tried to take a shot, I took a shot back and then went on to debunk her point. I disproved it. And she said that women should be having abortions to basically cover up their promiscuity. That was what her actual argument was.
And so if that's her argument, then you can very easily take down that argument because it's a bad argument. I don't know. I don't understand. Like, it's just further cementing in my mind that it was a crash out that he needs to hang on to it. Instead of saying, like, yeah, all right, that was clearly the worst moment of the debate. When people come after my family, and specifically my wife, I get a little testy. But the rest of that, she was talking about then that would be fine. That would be fine. Why can't you just take the L when it comes?
But what her initial attempt was that I was some kind of hypocrite within my own ethical view, but never could demonstrate how. So I was like, how? What's the hypocrisy?
Yeah.
What's wrong with a Christian dating a woman who has children? And apparently the perceived hypocrisy is that, well, you tell men that that's a low value woman or that they can't be loved. And I'm like, I've never said any of that shit. What the hell are you talking about? And I think what happens is, because I'm in red pill spaces a lot, or I'm in manosphere spaces a lot, debating with feminists and other people, that people attribute their worldview to me, even though I've never said any of this shit. I don't know what the hell they're talking about, right?
Yeah, Ryan, are you referring to the Twitter space where what the fuck is his name? Iron Gaines was talking to a bunch of white supremacists, and he was like, "Yeah, we're doing this, we're doing that." I don't remember the exact terminology. I'm paraphrasing, but they were like, "Hey, yo, whoa, you're not white. What do you think you're doing here?" And he was like, "Well, but I'm one of you guys." Nope.
I just had done in this debate series previously.
Yeah, to be fair to you, a guy from a Lila Rose's community as a man may say that, but that's not you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know how their position is I'm saving myself, I don't drink, I don't do this, I don't do that, and I played it right my entire life, and you shouldn't do this. You're not saying that.
No. That's not the point.
Even at the beginning of the podcast, you said, I don't even like giving people advice.
I don't.
Because
it's true.
It may or may not work.
Well, and the thing is unless you're intricately familiar with a person, you're probably going to give them bad advice. And people, the thing is really funny about.
Is he though? I mean, I feel like that's just a part of the shtick because of the fact that there's multiple wives. That's the only Muslim thing about Myron. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't follow the dude, but we're at the reason. Thank you so very, very much. Not only will you see me Friday, if you guys do not have plans, come through. Normal show, New Year's Eve. We will be ringing in the new year. Welcome. Just words, just flying out of my mouth. What am I saying? I don't know. Do we have somebody who joined? Shout out to Not Joking to Me. Just joined the Discord. And now, if you let me know who you are from the chat, if it's one of you guys, you get a day pass to the after party.
Familiar with a person, you're probably going to give them bad advice. And people, the thing that's really funny about this is people often will lie to you. They don't want to tell you the exact details of what's going on, even when they're asking you for advice, because they want to be judged a certain way. And this actually hurts the advice process as well, right? Because now you're giving them advice based on things they may not even be telling you the truth about, which could lead them astray too. That's not my thing.
I can understand the argument. I can understand the argument of somebody saying, you claim to be this, but then you ended up with a girl that I can understand that argument.
Yes,
but that's all her argument was. That's all her argument was.
But it has to have merit. So the thing is,
it has to have merit, and not only.
Oh, it's a debate. If she says something that doesn't have merit, then you just show that it does not have merit. No, you like snaz. You like snaz.
That the hypocrisy comes
Beta shit.
if you judge others who did that, and if you do, you're going to get pushback.
Sure,
if you're doing that. But if it's like, listen, here's the reason: I was a mess. I was partying. I was drinking. I was doing this. I found her. She changed my life. We went through a season together. We dated for 6 years. We didn't get married right off the bat. We were not ready to. 6 years later, we did. We've been married for 12 years.
There we go. Adding the permissions. And now you, whether it's this account or another, because you are a member, you get full access to the Discord.
This is how our stories. Okay, great.
Well, advocation too.
What is this from? I did not hear that. Is this to me? I don't know if that just said everything worked out, and okay, I'm gonna assume y'all talking to each other.
Viewers, this is how our stories. Okay, great.
Well, advocation too is situations require nuance.
Right.
There may be times where I attack a single mother for the conditional of being a single mother, depending on why. So, for instance, let's say that there's a woman who says, I'm a single mom by choice because I hate men and don't want my kid to have a father in their life, right? I'm definitely going to attack that position.
Yeah.
But that's not attacking her because she's a single mother.
Yeah.
That's attacking the conditionals around why.
Yeah, I saw a video.
What do we got here?
Well, US President Donald Trump has spent Christmas Eve answering calls from American children following the Santa tracker. The president told one little girl to leave out cookies for Santa, who he says is a very good person. Mr. Trump also used the calls to reiterate his plans for America.
Kids sound great, right? They sound great. The country's doing well. We saved our country. Our country was not going so good. Now it's doing great. Great numbers, great everything. So we're in very good shape. It's going to be a good Christmas.
The president also spends.
I guess that wasn't it. But if you got a clip, if you got a clip, send me the link in Discord. We will take a side quest.
It's a single mother.
Yeah.
That's attacking the conditionals around why.
Yeah, I saw a video the other day. Oh my God. I cannot, Vinny.
Hey, who is Eternal Yo? Also, just join the Discord. Welcome. Let me know who you are so I can give you those permissions.
I cannot tell you how impressed and confused I was with the way you because it's not common. Let me see if this is the one. Rob, I'm going to send it to you, see if you can pull this up. They're having a conversation. She's talking to guys. Says, what would you like to do on the first date? This is the one, Rob. Okay. You know this thing where you pop the balloon? I don't know if you've seen the pop the balloon stuff that,
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So this one guy comes up and this girl in the red dress. Okay. Is this the one, Rob? Yeah. Do you have it? I do. You got to see this, Vinny. I have a feeling.
Shout out to Jeremy Ryan. Also just joined now, has access to the after party. Awesome. And again, I just dropped the link for the Discord. It is absolutely free to join. But if you join while we are still live, then you get a day pass for the after party, which is usually for members only. Oh yeah, shout out to Speakeasy. Welcome to the party. Guys, look how hungry he is. What are we doing? We're past 2 hours, guys. We're past 2 hours. Let's get Morty some food, please.
This the one, Rob? Yeah. Do you have it? I do. You got to see this, Vinny. I have a feeling you're going to try to find her and slide in her DMs.
Okay.
You'll see why in a minute.
Wholesome Christian.
Oh, Vinny, just watch. Just watch.
Right.
Go ahead. That's the one.
I'm going to let you ask the question because you are the initiator, and I'll follow that.
Okay. So what does your initial first date look like with a man?
My initial first date.
He got to pay for my hair and nails.
Is asking him where he wants to bring me. And daytime, is he a planner? So I will know kind of where he's at and what he has in store and what type of life I would be walking into. So my initial first date would be up to the man. I would not want to be the one planning that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I wasn't saying like plan, like what type of stuff would you like to do on the first date? As far as are you?
I want to do what he wants to do.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm there to learn him, and I'm there to know him.
But he got to learn you too, though.
And he'll learn me when I walk into his world.
Ooh. Got it.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
But walking into my world first. I'm not providing a world for you. So my world
you get it?
really doesn't matter.
She's like, show me you. She's right or not.
Let her keep playing.
What have I cultivated?
Yeah.
Have I nurtured my world? Where can my world take him, right? When I enter his world.
And so the difference is, like, I wouldn't want some just basic chick who can't like hold a conversation or anything to like, I would get bored with that. But the intention, what we're saying is, or what she's saying is, I want to show you that through whatever works for you. And I like it. Shout out to Mimi. I don't know why your chat didn't come up. I think specifically, if you guys put said hi, it doesn't show up. I don't know what that is. I can see it in the chat, but as you can see, it's not on the screen. I don't know. Welcome to the party.
So that's why I won't present the preconceived notion of what I want to do, because he might show me something new. And now I just limited myself.
Lower the music.
So what
I don't want to hear the music.
already exposed to, and I never gave him a chance to step me into his world. So
Damn, okay. Can we bring her up here or what?
I would have been. Did you? What did you think about that?
I mean, here's the thing: you got to be cautious. So after having talked to
I'd love to.
It sounds like she knows all the right things to say. That's where you got to be careful.
The appropriate place for her to be is on the Whatever podcast.
For sure. Well, maybe, but the thing is after having talked with hundreds of women on that podcast, and male feminists as well, there are chameleons and femcons and things like this who will adopt this worldview and pretend that it's their worldview when it's really not, and it's
told you
a way for them to compete in a hypergamous nature for what they consider a high value man to be. They're adopting the talking
it's an
point.
act.
Can be. It's not always, but it can be.
Do you know her?
No, I don't know who she is.
Do you know her, Vinny?
Not yet.
I'm just always cautious.
Enter my world.
You just see me like this, huh?
Because I've heard this type of spiel many times before, and I ask a couple of questions, and the whole thing falls apart.
What are the two questions? What do you ask?
Well, usually I'll just ask things like, "Who's the ultimate decider, and why?" Like, why does he get to be the ultimate decider in this thing? How come? If you have let's say that the two of you have a disagreement, you can't come to terms.
Yeah.
And you feel very strongly about it. Why do you defer to him? Why does he get to make the ultimate decision? And oftentimes you'll hear him say things very quickly. They change their tune into things like, "Well, I wish wouldn't be with a person if we came to an impasse that we couldn't agree on." And I'm like, well, you realize in relationships that's going to happen. And most people don't know that. Most people haven't been in long-term enough relationships to realize impasses do happen. And one person actually does have to ultimately be the decider when that impasse happens. And the other person is going to have to go along with it, or else there's not going to be a relationship. Like, there's going to be a point in almost every relationship where that happens. And for a lot of these people, they don't even understand that. They have no concept of that. They think that everything is a discussion and a democracy. And, the two of us will come to some kind of even ground here. And it's like, that's not always the case. And when it's not the case, you're going to have to defer to one of you. So which one? Which one gets to make the decision?
So she says the man.
Well, if she says the man, I usually will just ask, and why? Why the man?
Because he's the leader of the household.
Usually they'll say some things like that, but sometimes they'll usually revert back to, "Well, I just wouldn't be with a person like that."
Got it.
Right? And it's like, if they say,
"We're all like that," ain't nobody aligned 1,000% with what you think.
Because he's the head of the household and I have a traditional upbringing, that's why. That's a fair answer, right? But the femcon will say, "I just wouldn't be with a man like that. I want a man who's I'm equally yoked with ultimately," right? And blah, 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 blah. And it comes back down to egalitarianism. So I'm just always cautious on first answers because women, not just women, but men too, like to put their best foot forward.
Yeah.
Right. And so you just got to be cautious.
Egalitarianism is good under the law. Each person should be treated equally to any other person in the same situation under the law. When we get into culture and society and stuff like that, we're different.
Well, listen, the reason why I played that out is because Vinny and her have been dating for 7 months. And I wanted to see what you were going to say about her. He fell for it.
I love it.
You fell for it.
Like, what the?
So,
what about
can you bring her in
what
real quick?
And what
Mary,
about now? Just
come
like,
on in.
She cheated on me on the second date.
No, there's no relation. We've never met her before. We're just having fun with you. Well, Andrew, there's characters online that I watch, and I'm interested in them as a human being. I did the same thing with, other guys I brought him. I think we did one with Nick a couple months ago just to find out why he believes in what he believes in. And
what does the purse tell you? What does the purse tell you? Drop some game, bro. Drop some game.
You learn more. This was a great exercise, learning more about you. And anybody that's watching this that wants to ask this man any question for him to piss you off or for you to piss him off, you can ask a question, I believe, on Minect. If I'm not mistaken, Rob, Natalia was telling me the account was set up in the past.
Yeah.
People find you.
On Rumble called, maybe I shouldn't say Twitter X anymore.
Tweet.
It's way more catchy, isn't it?
Twitter?
Yeah, I do too.
I know.
Tweet.
It's
I just tweeted. Send a tweet.
It's way more catchy, isn't it?
Twitter?
Yeah.
Tweet.
It is.
It is way more catchy.
Like, what do you do on X? You just post.
Yeah.
I just posted something on X. Too much.
Posted, yeah, exactly.
Too many words.
But yeah, I'm there. I'm at Paleo ChristCon on X, and you can also find. Let's see, what else do I have going on?
Is there a black person here? Is there a black person here? Oh, there's a what? Whoa, no, I don't want a white one. Looking for a black person here. Shout out to Chit, who I knew about months before you guys because of TikTok. Shout out to TikTok superiority. Welcome to the party.
That's the main ones.
Let's put those below, Rob. And Andrew, God willing, you'll get a chance to debate Pac-Man. And we've had him here before. He was a great salesperson at Circuit City back in the days. He loves getting paid commission. Bring that up when you do talk to him.
You know, it's true. I think that would actually be good. I think that Pac-Man would be a little bit more likely to accept this with PBD as a moderator, even though I think that would not be what David Pac-Man thinks it would be. Because PBD is definitely more aligned with Andrew than it is with Pac-Man.
Oh man, I should have got into one more story with you.
What's that?
The Unfuck America tour. You know what that is?
No.
Have you ever heard of that?
No.
The Unfuck America tour
This is a real thing?
You guys know the Unfuck America tour, right?
It's a real thing. Okay, so you're speaking about
Really?
people,
Yeah.
right?
No, I'm talking about Pac-Man.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But these I think all of these people, including Pac-Man, I'm not sure if he's associated with it, but it wouldn't surprise me. Basically, what they did was they followed around Charlie Kirk. This was a bunch of TikTokers and things like this. They followed around TPUSA in order to do debates on the same college campuses TPUSA was doing. Well, now they're going across the street from AmFest in order to do some debates, reached out to me to negotiate a debate with Destiny and some other guy.
Hey, shout out to Hack and Tech with the $2. Thank you so very, very much. Everybody say thank you, because that keeps the party raging. I was ready to knock out on you motherfuckers. And of course, of course, every donation comes with a treat for the Overlord. Thank you so very, very much, Hack. And that means the party rages on. Thank you so very, very much. Let's say, guys, 99 cents counts. 99 cents counts. Thank you so very, very much.
Right. So we get through, or we're going into negotiations, this and that. I go ahead and decline, right, based on some of the criteria that I didn't like. And that was it, right? That's the end of the negotiations. The head of Unfuck America goes on Twitter, starts calling me, and it was Myron Gaines, a coward, and all sorts of other things on this debate that we had not even agreed to do. We were just in the negotiations for, right? Z or something like that. How is it?
It's Zer, okay? My pronouns are Zer. Oh my goodness. Daddy's home. Daddy's home. Oh my goodness. Funk Master General with the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so very, very much. And of course, that makes you the new sponsor of the stream. Shout out to all of you guys who just got a gifted membership. Make sure you join the Discord so that you can take advantage of it. Thank you so very, very much, sir. And of course, that makes you the new sponsor of the stream. I appreciate that, brother. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. We got Funkmaster coming in, making it rain, but without him, it's a group effort, and every little cent counts. Thank you both very, very much. Let's keep the party raging.
For debate that we had not even agreed to do. We were just in the negotiations for, right? Z or something like that. How is it that this organization is going to bring right-wingers in to do these debates with their leftists if you can't even negotiate with them without them?
Is this Amy Zellmer?
You can't, bro. You can't.
Z Cohen. Yeah, this one. I thought that was okay. Now maybe I got this wrong. I thought that was a trans. Honestly, I did. I thought it was a trans.
That's the founder of it?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a founder, but I think
Can
it's
I see
head.
the picture?
I was going to say, pull up a picture.
Go back. I just want to see the picture. Like,
well, you can't really tell.
Yeah.
That looks what?
I wouldn't be.
You're going to tell me that doesn't look like a fucking tranny? That looks like a tranny. Put it in the chat if you think that does not look like a man, baby. Like just the height, like just the shoulders Maybe it's a bad angle. Oof.
Able to say guy or girl.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm
I get
being
it.
honest.
I get it. I thought so, but I guess I was wrong about that. But anyway,
Zico and Sanchez.
Yeah, just freaks out about this whole thing. Even though it never got past the negotiation phase for an actual debate. It's the wildest thing in the world.
Shout out again to our sponsor and all of the donations, guys. Thank you so very, very much. And of course, adding to that Morty Memorial Fund, he is doing fine for now, but that is not going to be the case forever. So thank you. We got Jeremy Ryan with another $2. Thank you, sir. I can't pet that dog. Yeah, come on over. He loves to be pet. Oh, what a good boy. Thank you. So very, very much. Oh, you guys are being so generous, right? That's my mans. Keep your hands off my mans. Thank you, Jeremy. Very, very, very much appreciated.
Past the negotiation phase for an actual debate. It's the wildest thing in the world. But yeah, this is the what's called the Unfuck America tour. Just totally useless leftists who basically are piggybacking off of the success of TPUSA and Republican organizations to try to bait people in for debates. Wildest thing I've ever seen.
Ugh.
Interesting.
Do we have Persian Milkman? Who's Persian Milkman? Welcome to the Discord.
Mm-hmm. This all comes from another. They had another one before this, another that all these streamers were involved in. That wasn't called the Unfuck America Tour then, but basically an organization came in and bought up Twitch Politics, and the streamers were in Twitch Politics as well, and tried to turn them into a political apparatus, and it was a big disaster. So I can't wait to see this thing crash and burn either.
Where are you at with the Turning Point USA, Candace, all that stuff? Have you commented on that or no?
Ooh, I did not expect to get an opinion on that. I think from what I've heard, he does not like where Candace is going, but he's not like, fuck you, Candace, how dare you. That's from what I've gathered, but I haven't really heard him directly address it.
I think that Candace is crazy.
There you go.
Yeah,
Tell me why.
Because I spent a lot of time. It's true. I didn't like her already because she attacked Steven Crowder when he needed her the most, right? But
true.
That wasn't it. It was.
Y'all remember when that video came out and Candace was on Timcast and she was like, "Look, see that? I know that behind the scenes, da 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 da." Like, bitch, shut up.
I listened very carefully to what she was saying on the Brigitte Macron situation. Never a single piece of positive evidence that she brought to the table. Nothing. But when it came to the Charlie Kirk stuff, it's much, much, much worse. Almost no positive evidence. But the most important thing that drove me crazy is the lack of charitability. Meaning, people at the TPUSA camp, post-assassination, they were coming out, they were talking, they were discussing their various experiences. They were there, right? Well, when people have an event like that, they get details sometimes wrong, right? They don't have perfect recall in the details. So, for instance, she was harping on a guy who said, I remember the very first thing this other dude said was, I got to call Erica. And she's like, well, that wasn't actually the first phone call they made. They made a different phone call and then called Erica. And it's like, who gives a shit, right?
Nobody really cares.
God damn it.
Nobody really cares.
These fucking soundboards suck.
What does that mean? That's not telling us anything that's useful here. That's not giving us actual information. It's just being completely uncharitable to the person who may not have perfect recall after this traumatic event or may remember events differently, which is why most of the time eyewitness testimony is considered somewhat unreliable in court because people are flawed. They're less, they have less than perfect memories. They remember things out of sequence, or they may remember an event very vividly, but then give it added context or take context away from it.
Okay, real quick, since we'll have plenty of time, since you guys were so generous, every once in a while, the chat on Rumble, there will be somebody that says, Alabama John said he wants to talk to you right now. He's also live on Rumble right now. Come by when you are free. Like a bunch of times. So I'm interested to see what exactly is going on. So actually, let me just make sure it's nothing that
out of here and keep listening to music and shit. Hey, dude, no disrespect to you or your streams. Please tell people to stop popping in everyone's chat with a copy and paste message trying to drop people here with lies. It's not a lie, bro. I want to talk to you. Truck Senpai, dude. What if it's not a lie? What if I want to talk to you, brother? Did you ever think of that?
All right,
Did you ever think that maybe I fucking love Tom Clancy's The Division / Arc Raiders, bro? Did it ever occur to you that I just hit
Let's
the follow
see.
button on your shit, dude?
Play Ark all day while you're hunting and fishing. Work.
Told him to drop a link.
Basically. Drop a link to what? But yeah, shoot the deer, blah, blah, blah. It gets dark.
That's what I thought. But, I figured, let's check it out together. Yup. HR said, that's a consideration. A lack of charitability. We've become callous and impolite. Yeah, true. Jeremy Ryan said, at least by his thumbnails. Dude in his ski mask. Yeah, sketch. I do definitely appreciate when people find like a little thing, because I mean, like I've found my flow when it comes to making thumbnails. Like I have a style, I know what fonts I want to use, and like whether we go back to when I had Peter Boghossian on the channel, yes, that was for real. Or we have the I should bring this back. I haven't been using this. But you guys have been generous, so I haven't really. But again, same kind of style where it's like I know what I'm doing in the sense of like formatting it. But when somebody can pick something very simple and it works, I'm jealous because it still does take time. Larry said, people are uncharitable to the people supporting the murder of thousands and thousands of babies. Shocking. Yeah, I think while of course I agree with you, I think it is important to remember that they don't see it that way. They are wrong, but they don't see it that way. And I think that needs to count for something.
Very vividly, but then give it added context or take context away from it. That's just how human beings operate. And most of the conjecture and conspiracy theories she puts up are due almost 100% just to a lack of charitability of what another person is saying. And it's like, if she had just added just a small amount of charitability when these people are telling their stories, she'd walk away with wildly different conclusions.
Well, I was going to ask the one thing, because I don't have the time. We adore Charlie, but I don't have time.
You know what? I'm thinking, guys, y'all should do that during the stream. Just go, whoever's live, just go and be like, the Indian Jesus is live right now. He wants to chat with you. It might work. Keep this tab open though.
I'm gonna sit there and watch the whole 3-month soap opera saga.
That's what it is.
I cannot do it. I have so much stuff going on in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that I just saw recently was Charlie text Andrew Colvin or somebody the night before. This has just been proven with a conversation with Erica Kirk, and it's
no. What are you talking about?
A fact. Charlie texted someone, I think one or two, Pat, the night before, and said they are trying to kill me. Full stop. The real question is, what would make? I know people sometimes say, like I just said before this podcast, these guys, they want to kill me. I know they do. They text it. They're saying it. What would make Charlie the day before he was actually assassinated say they are trying to kill me? And who's they?
He didn't.
No,
the text actually said the left is trying to kill me, and that just came out. The left is trying to kill me, and this is what I mean by lack of charitability. So when that's a bold claim, right? They're trying to kill me.
Yeah, they are trying.
Whole different statement than the left is trying to kill me.
Is that what it actually was?
It's want.
We'll go with a pre-toddler human being. He says, I can't read minds. If you defend murdering babies, I'm going to assume you're capable of anything. Well, they are capable of anything, but that doesn't address the fact that they don't think that they are doing what they're doing. They are wrong. But if you are trying to convince people, you got to meet them where they're at. If you don't care about convincing them, then okay, go live your fucking life. I don't give a shit. But if you want to convince people that you are right and they are wrong, you have to meet them where they're at. Shout out to the first Avenger. Welcome. Said in September of this year, Trump said, smart people don't like me. So what does that say about his supporters? We must all be stupid. Oh, got him. I guess I'm a liberal now, guys. By
the way, I don't think trying, it's wants. And I believe that what that actually was the left wants to kill me.
See, I didn't hear the left part, but to say that the day before you get assassinated is pretty. Like, I mean, because think about it, the left.
Yeah, but you see the context change, like
big time.
They want to kill me,
or the left,
wants to kill me. A
time.
massive context change, right?
But I mean, I would like to see, like, again, it's not the responsibility.
Now, I believe I mean, maybe I'm getting this detail wrong, and you guys can fact check me. I'm open to it right now, to being fact checked on this. But I believe that came out in her conversation with Erica Kirk, that the message actually said the left wants to kill me. Now, if I'm wrong about that, hey, I'll eat crow. But I do believe that that's what was said.
I do think, obviously, that's weird and potentially coincidental. That if you know that he's getting death threats on the regular, then it's not out of place for him to say it on any given day. The question is, was there something specific that made him text that in that way?
I didn't hear that one.
They are going to kill me. She replied over and over. It was Israel. She saw the text herself, and it clearly said they was the left.
Well,
yes.
they clearly that they, but he didn't say it wasn't in the text that it was the left. It's just they. So I'm meaning in the context of the comment.
Wait, whose tweet is this?
They are going to kill me.
Red State Rebel. I don't know who the fuck you are.
Replied over and over. It was Israel. She saw the text herself, and it clearly said they was the left.
Well,
yes.
they clearly that they. But he didn't say it wasn't in the text that it was the left. It's just they. So I'm meaning in the context of the conversation, it was.
I didn't say that I know that they don't think that way. What I said is that, or maybe I did say they, and that is too broad. But in general, these people don't believe that they are committing murder. They don't think that a baby is a human being, or a fetus is a human being. That's what they think. Again, if you don't want to engage and you don't care, then fine. I'm saying if you would like to change people's minds, if you would like less babies to die, then the way to convince people is not to call them murderers, but to understand where they are coming from.
Okay. Still weird. The night before you get assassinated, I don't think he was talking about, the furry loving whatever. What the hell is Tyler Robinson? But it's pretty wild.
Even if the message itself, and maybe I'm wrong here, it didn't say specifically the left wants to kill me, but the precursor contextually was a bunch of leftists are after me, and then he says, yeah, they want to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the same exact thing, right? In context. And this is what I mean by and that comes down to a lack of charitability. It comes down to, like, before you can make a judgment or an assessment like that, context is critical and key.
Mm-hmm.
And so many people jump the gun on these things because they refuse to wait for the additional context, the key context. And so they build frames around it, which are untrue. Remember back to the very first part of the conversation with Patrick. What did my dad teach me? To get to the core root, most people believe things which are totally unfounded because they've been told to them, even though they have no justification for the things they say. That was one of those things. There wasn't actually good justification for her to immediately assume they meant it.
Why do you say that? I was a pro-choice person who didn't believe that a fetus was a baby, and I was convinced. You're not going to convince them with the attitude of, oh, you're a murderer, how dare you? I agree with that. But I'm living proof that you can convince them. I was them, and I have been convinced that a fetus is a baby. You just gotta try. You can't have the entitlement that because you know you're right, that you don't need to prove that you're right. Yeah, you're right. But they think that also. So you have to actually prove that.
Israel or anything else.
Yeah.
And it could easily be a simple explanation. Like somebody said, leftists are trying to kill you. Oh yeah, they're always trying to kill me. You know what I mean? And that shifts context radically. And because of that, I find myself very distrusting of any information which comes out of the Candace camp. I just do.
Mm-hmm.
Because every single time the context gets shown with it, it radically changes the situation.
Yeah. And I, as I've said a number of times before, I do think she's spot on with the Bridget McCrone stuff. I think she did some good stuff with the Harvey Weinstein thing. And so I was willing to give her some leeway when it came to this. But nah.
You trust the FBI? I mean,
yeah, I don't think it's a dialectic.
No.
They say if you don't trust Candace, it's Fed slop. You don't have to trust either.
Yeah.
You don't have to believe that the FBI is being straightforward in this and that in a criminal case. You don't have to believe that at all. But what you should do is at least wait until they the state provides the evidence. Mm-hmm. This guy's alive. He's not dead.
Yeah.
He's there to answer. He can still answer questions. There's going to be a trial. We can wait until the state presents its evidence and then poke holes in that evidence, right? And then attack that evidence. We don't have to make this giant speculative leap that foreign nations, especially Israel, Charlie Kirk was the biggest fucking Zionist on planet Earth. He was the biggest Zionist Christian I've ever seen. And to make this,
I mean, let's look at the public office, but fair enough.
Jump that Israel killed him. He was like their main cheerleader. It always seemed absurd to me. But then when you dive into it and you realize that very quickly context changes when we have more of a clear picture. It's like, I'm not willing to make the judgment assessment under Trump's FBI that they're just feeding me bullshit just yet. I want to see what they have to say, and I want to see where the actual evidence leads.
You saw that Dan Bongino yesterday stepping down.
Yeah.
So
that's terrible.
Okay, so then just go fucking yell at them and see how that works. What are we talking about?
I mean, like, what is he? But here's my thing.
You yell at a bunch of pro-choicers, and I'll try to make inroads, and we'll see who does better.
What would make somebody like that, who I know loves the country, that there's no question, there's absolutely zero question, what makes a Dan Bongino? Because I heard, and again, you're right, you have to wait for that it was going to be Cash, that he was not happy with Cash Patel's stance. But then to hear that it was Dan Bongino.
And the thing is like, I remember watching Dan Bongino on the Epstein stuff.
Yeah, I wish I had a frame of reference for both Cash and Dan before they were in the FBI. Like, I knew about them, but I never really watched their shows or anything. And I think that's a big gap in like what type of criticisms I can levy. Like, I see that they've changed their tune as soon as they went in. Is that a matter of they sold out? Is it a matter of they would never do that, but they held up a picture of their family or some shit like that? I don't have that context.
On Rumble.
Yes.
And that guy is a real smart guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he dove into, and I mean, he doesn't know who I am, which is fair enough. This guy's larger than life. He's huge. But I remember listening to him tons and tons of times on the Epstein stuff. And he was really adamant, and him getting in that FBI position, people had a lot of big expectations.
Yep.
That, hey, we got the guy in there who doesn't believe. And then when he came out and he was like, actually,
he killed himself.
It destroyed. I think that was such a brutal killing blow to him. And I'm not sure. Here's what I wonder. And I do wonder this, right? And this is pure speculation, right? So you don't take it to the bank, anybody. Okay. Just thoughts in my head.
Lots of caveats. This better be good.
When he went in there, he did see some things on Epstein that raised his eyebrows, and he was told to basically come out and say this, and he did. And he has a lot of regrets about it. And this is a reason he's leaving. This is a big form of speculation that's going on. I'm not sure that that's in any way or shape or form the case, though. So, but it is something that's crossed my mind. Yep. Yes.
I saw his post when he announced he's going to the FBI. He got a few 100,000 likes.
Mm-hmm.
His post yesterday that he is stepping down. Let's see here.
Pull this shit up before the show, guys.
Post of him stepping down yesterday.
I'm leaving right there, Pat. 11.1 million views.
Yeah. So to me, I don't know. Thank you. I think people thought he was going to go in and do stuff with Epstein. And the interview we all watched, we were all suspect about. Yeah. The way he answered, and he's doing stuff with his eyes and overreacting. Like,
see, now there with the Epstein stuff, there is compelling evidence. The brother of Epstein had,
I forgot about that.
He had his own expert come in to try to do analysis and verification on the official story. And they did present evidence that this looked like it possibly could have been a murder by suffocation and various things. And that evidence is at least compelling.
But the guy that brought in, the guy they brought in, anybody that ever hired him, the guy sided with the person that paid him. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So anybody that hired him to investigate who was behind it always sided with the person that paid him.
Sure. However, that doesn't mean he's wrong.
No, it doesn't mean he's wrong. But
and so
if you have 6 patterns of...
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, that doesn't necessarily imply that there's anything untoward. It may, I don't know anything about this, but it may imply that people only go to this person when they're fucked over. And this is the type of person that shines light on corruption. I don't know.
That happening, and the guy's an 80-year-old something guy. It's not like
it's enough to raise an eyebrow about.
It's enough to raise an eyebrow,
but it's at least some evidence.
Sure, I get it's something you ought to consider. But it goes back to when you're talking about, when there's an eyewitness and it happens, and people misremembered the sequence of what happened first.
Right.
Well, first they opened the door, then they walked in, then they shot. Are you sure? Did they shoot first, then open? I don't remember. It's kind of like, so you don't, but you got to put into consider it. But to me.
But the Bible, we got that 100%.
When he does his first podcast in the next 6 months, how is he going to do a podcast? Think about it. Is it going to be 19 things I learned in the FBI that they don't want you to know about? He can't do that.
No, of course not.
He can't do that. So, okay.
Non-disclosure.
So the entire time he's thinking about what things am I going to comment on? What are you going to comment on?
What if he came out and he's a whistleblower?
He's not going to do that.
Then protected under whistleblower laws.
He's not going to do that because I think.
Oh yeah, because laws have always stopped the FBI and CIA from stopping people that they want to stop, right? Liberty said, I have so much respect for what he does. Ron Paul changed my mind on abortion. There you go, another person who changed their mind on abortion. Wasn't that you saying you can't change people's minds? Maybe it was somebody else. But anyway, Ron Paul changed my mind on abortion. But Russell made me realize how important that fight is. They've genocided a generation. Russell who? Which Russell? We got Corey Wellborn. Welcome. That PBD sold out. Total clown show. He was never legit like that. He was always a fucking businessman. But hey, he asked some good questions, so I'll take it. Welcome to the party.
He's not going to do that.
Then protected under whistleblower laws.
He's not going to do that because I think the hardest part about, when you join the mob, and everything is a mob. It doesn't matter what you think about.
You're a made man. You don't just walk away, right?
He is a made man.
He is.
Yeah. So he is a made man. So if you're going to walk away and go back to regular life, listen, you don't think they have stuff on everything with Dan and in this video he's talking about how tough it is on his marriage and how, I don't know if you saw that interview, says, you realize how tough it is on my marriage? I don't see my wife. We're having a hard time. We're separated right now. He says, not separated as divorced. We're just separated for the last 6 months. This is not like a, oh my God, what an awesome job. I can't wait to be, the director or you do this.
Okay, but what exactly did you think it was going to be when you were going in there specifically to take down the elite cabal of like the whole thing? What did you expect? At a certain point, it's bigger than you, Dan. Honestly, I don't give a flying fuck about your marriage. What I care about is the truth about all this shit. Hey, there we go. Shout out to Dave Smith. I'll give a dilly to Dave Smith. Don't love Fuentes, but I love Dave, and I'm for the both of them. All right, diving back in.
Pretty shitty job that you got.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a family guy. And Cash is not a family guy. Cash has got a girlfriend.
Yeah, that he's doing podcasts with.
Totally get it. But what I'm saying is he's got a girlfriend.
Sue Elijah Schaefer?
Yes.
I don't know.
She was getting sued because they said that she was a honeypot, allegedly, for Israel.
Yeah.
And they
sued him for like $10 million
for a lot of money. I think we showed it, Pat. He made a video. You played it.
Notice how there was like last year or so, there was a period of a few months where it was like, do I got to cover PBD again? And now, when's the last time we covered him? He used to be on. But like I said, he was always that guy. But I still remain that he asked good questions. We got Shepard in the house. Welcome. Certainly, he thought it would go faster. What would go faster? We also got Goofy Gouda Guy. Don't sleep on the Gouda. Welcome. Said, here's a brain teaser. I'm not saying this out loud because I don't know what you're doing. I am a penis. Good one. Welcome to the party. I think as long as you understand that, like, this is what PBD is. If you're looking for, a straight shooter who, that's not him. But if you understand, like, okay, this is a business guy. He's yucking it up with these people, got a certain level, and can interview well. If he wants to, then, like, what's wrong with that? Liberty said, I used to watch Bongino all the time. He can't be trusted. Been telling people that for years. Well, I mean, I wish it would have told me. Shout out to Boricua. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Said PBD is still that guy. One of the best. Him and Dan Bongino. I don't know about that. We got a gay man. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. I ain't no queen. I'm a short king, baby. I'm a short king. Hey, we got a new sub. We gotta love the Gouda. Welcome, 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 guys. Let's dive right back in.
Sued him for like $10 million
for a lot of money. I think we showed it, Pat. He made a video. You played it a while ago about the guy saying, he's like, bro, I didn't say.
Who is Elisha Schaefer?
Elisha Schaefer, he's a podcaster.
Can you pull him up real quick, Rob? I'll let you know the moment I see his face.
I remember being, so I'll read this. Liberty said, going back to Bongino, he was a Secret Service, something so much, he was in the Secret Service while so much shit was happening right in front of him. Controlled opposition. And, Elijah Schaefer. I used to like him, but I don't follow him close enough to know if it's woke right. But it definitely went into an area where he was just, I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about anymore. I'm like, what even are you referring to? And so like, maybe he's just too smart for me. Not my thing. Rage Trade said, I don't agree with Lutch. That's me. On a lot of things, but sometimes that's the best people to hear out and try to understand. Dilly to that. Always a pleasure to have you here. Barico said, what do you define as a good show, or what makes a show the best? Very interesting question. So, I mean, this introduces an aspect of what I'm expecting from that show. So, if I'm watching, let's say, I put a poll about this. We might watch some of this on the New Year's stream. But more Pegasus. He just covers all the Twitch drama, and those are all like lefties coded bullshit, and so I'm not keeping up with that. But I love that they're fucking eating each other. I've been watching it ever since October 7th when Hassan shocked his dog, and so that is a good show because it's entertaining. It does not give me any political information. It does not help me understand the goings-on of the world, but it's entertaining. So it's a good show. If I am going to a news show to get an understanding of the current events of the day, then A, I want the important things covered, and B, I want the coverage to be fair. And again, just as Rage Page was saying, that, we don't agree on everything, but Rage Page can trust that when I say something, I mean what I say. I might be wrong, but I mean what I say. So, it depends. But, if you're delivering what you promise to deliver, it's a good show. And if you don't, then it's not. Hey, we got Behave in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I like Bongino. He needs to step it up a bit. He's resigning. He's stepping down, literally. So, we got Guilty of Being Right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know. I don't get the meme. I don't get the meme. It's got to be a meme, right? That's 3 streams in a row. And yet again, I will say, thank you for thinking that I could be a teenager. We got Jorge Pacheco. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Did you listen to the last Marianne Faithful EP? I did not. We also got Monkey King. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. Very good to see you. I actually was at home with Morty. My parents went to Florida, and I watched the entire season of The Pit. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. I think that is the only way that you can really, 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 really get the weight of The Pit is to sit down and watch all 15 episodes in a row. Now, how often do we have 15 straight hours? But it was Christmas, so whatever. Behave said, I used to be pro-Zionist, but I noticed Netanyahu taking advantage of us. I wish Israel the best, but we shouldn't be their muscle. Bingo. Great. Death Poet said, I have no opinion about PBD. He has endurance, but his name confuses me. So it's David, and he is Persian, I think. That's me, baby. That's me. Yeah, I like shows that confirm my bias and validate my opinion like everyone else. Sadly, that is a very, very common thing. But like the team thing, what is it? I got gray hair. What are we talking about? But hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, he is Persian. Word up. Yeah. So I failed to watch as much politics or news, and that's exactly where I think this channel fits in the larger landscape. Excuse me. Because as you can see, I'm not reporting the news. I'm not at current events. Here's what happened today, guys. That's not what I do. I'm here to break down discussions so that when we talk to each other, or you are talking to each other, or whatever, you have better skills to be able to listen and to articulate your points. And so again, I kind of find this as an on-ramp, an entry spot for people who don't care about politics or the news, but can get their fill of like, okay, I know what's going on, and when these people say this, that's kind of what they're aiming at, and so on and so forth. Just getting an idea of what is going on, even if I'm not going to know every policy and shit like that. People got jobs and shit. So here's the thing. The totally legal site that I watched The Pit on said that there was 2 seasons of The Pit. So I was thinking, I was, on Christmas, I was watching it, and I was like, I don't really know if I want to jump into another season after 15 straight hours of this. But I was like, all right, so I'll go, and I watched Your Friends and Neighbors. Google lied and said there was 2 seasons of that. So I'm coming up on the end of Your Friends and Neighbors. And I'm like, okay, I'm in a show. What else am I going to watch? I was like, oh, Fallout. Didn't the new season start? So I go to Prime and, highlight my thing over Fallout. Got to episode 8. I don't remember anything that happened. But I know for a fact that there is no way that I would get through 8 episodes of a season and dip out by accident. So, nope. So, in case you guys didn't know, you boomers, there is, I think it was on MTV. This is what they're talking about. But like, do I look like this guy? I definitely don't look like this guy, but no, not that. I want full. Give me a full. Give me a good one. There we go. I mean, I don't see it. But I'll take it. Where are we? All right, let's grab a couple of more of these, and then we'll finish this up. Monkey said, massive anti-Islamist protest uprising in Iran. Let me know when it involves America. 9/11 traumatized me. All I watch is political shit. That's all that's left, bro. That's all that's left. There's anime. There's TikTok, which is mostly political shit. That's it. That's all there is. Hey, shout out to Marilyn with the $2. Got herself a membership. Shout out to the Funk Master General. Of course, a treat for Morty. Thank you. So very, very much. Said you look like Jesus. I mean, hey. She sound like Indian Persian? What's the difference? Did your mom and dad give you a house because they didn't want you in their house anymore? Yeah, kind of. You ain't wrong, bro. You ain't wrong. My dad bought this place and I rented to own, and now I own it. So yeah, pretty much. My mom literally said, yeah, that's not gonna work. So you right, but I own it now, baby.
He's a podcaster.
Can you pull him up real quick, Rob? I'll let you know the moment I see his face.
Yeah, this guy.
We showed it.
Yeah, we made that video. But then,
come on, StreamYard. Come on, StreamYard. We need these emojis to show up. Like, these are good, but the custom ones. Come on.
Now we want to close back. You have to understand too, like what you're talking about, the conscience. They release, besides the influencers holding the Epstein list, which is complete BS, and it was such an embarrassment with all the lying from Pam.
This is Fallout you're talking about, Liberty?
Bondi and all these people. Just alone, Andrew, the doctored video of splicing out moments in his jail cell, of Epstein's jail cell. It's like,
and Pam Bondi's like, well, I mean, that minute's always gone.
You guys took out 30 seconds. What are we doing, bro?
It was. But
do you think, just to ask you directly, right? Do you think that Trump is named in the Epstein files?
I don't think his name is. If I had to guess and assume, I think very powerful people that he knows that gave him potentially money, they're on there. There's a lot of
Is
people.
it a deal breaker for you?
I don't like.
What are we saying on the list? What does that mean? Does that mean that his name is there in the like in the files somewhere, or does that mean that he is implicated in doing wrong things? Because he's all over the files. His name is all over. But it seems like the question is, do you think he did these things? And so for me, it absolutely would be a deal breaker.
They're on there. There's a lot of.
Is
people.
it a deal breaker for you?
I don't like. I'm anti any. He knows this. He knows me more than anybody here. Anything with children, Andrew, as a Christian Bible reading, the major most warning spots in the Bible. I think it's Ephesians chapter 12, something like that, verse 6, about harming children. That's the worst. You might as well tie a millstone around your neck and throw yourself in the deepest parts of the ocean, which the symbolism is God sees everything. Why would God say in the deepest parts of the ocean? Because he wants you out of his freaking sight.
If it came out that Trump. Not that Trump did any of this stuff, but just people adjacent to him.
And he's protecting them?
Yeah. It's over, right?
I'm done.
I agree with that.
I don't.
Agreed. Dunzo.
Play. Andrew.
I think that's a correct take, honestly.
You know what my position is?
I love kids. I can't.
Yeah, right? I mean, real talk. It took me a long time to come to terms with the fact that I got privilege. When your dad's a doctor, you get privilege. But I didn't ask for it. I'm just trying to, live life like everybody else. Hey, shout out again. Oh, my goodness. Big Daddy Funky Funk. Oh, my goodness. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, let's do the math here. We're at 44, and that is 30. Oh, my God. Guys. We are $1 away from the goal. $1 away from the goal. Funkmaster out sponsoring himself. Keep in mind, guys, we are we are nearing the end of the video, and I don't have anything else planned. So if you're doing this to keep the party raging, we could go over to Confluence's channel if you want to do that. Instead of the after party, but we got a bunch of new members, so you guys let me know.
Correct take, honestly.
You know what my position is?
I love kids. I can't play that game.
What about the I guess my last question for you, since I got you here, is like, you do realize though that our federal government engages in blackmail operations like that all over the world, along with other governments.
Yes.
Sometimes to good effect. Like sometimes like that's really to our benefit that they do that. Right.
He's sat there multiple times because Andrew, great. I love that you said that. I had to wake up to that fact because I said, let justice be done though the heavens fall. Meaning if we're built on that, like, and I get what you're saying. How does God, the ultimate judge, look at us? People are manipulating each other and doing everything to further the dominance and the power of the United States. I am so I get what you're saying. And trust me, I know that they're doing it because it didn't start with Trump. This has been going. It's such a powerful thing, Andrew. They've all been involved.
Well, it's gone through 4 administrations.
Four of them. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So my point.
Hey. With $1, that means we have hit the goal. Thank you. And you guys, you know what that means. Yeah! Time for a special treat for the Overlord. Look at him. He's ready.
Shadows gather where the truth once stood. A kingdom of confusion carved out of falsehood. But he walks through the ruins like a prophet reborn. A voice wanted fire, a mic on his guard. The chaos watches with an all-seeing glare. Guardian of reason in a world unaware. But
Thank you. So very, very much. That means we have hit the swole goal. So not only does Morty get his special treat, but now I've got to do push-ups at the end of the stream. Thank you so very, very much to all of you. Let's keep that party raging. Thank you so very, very much.
All been involved.
Well, it's gone through 4 administrations, right?
Four of them. Yeah, exactly. So my point is, my attitude is I understand 100%. He's explained it, and I get it. It's just, bro, I know for a fact God isn't going, yeah, you know what? Keep the pedophilia a secret because X, Y, and Z are there, and we have a good relationship with this country. Yep. I'm anti that 1,000% because God, you're not hiding from him at all.
And I don't even believe in that shit.
Sees it all. He said, you were going to say something to Pat before?
No, I was going to say what he said. Which is, what is the inventory of intel that we've shared with Mossad? Let's say we go there. I've had Mark Epstein
and MI6.
And MI6, and not just MI6 and Mossad, quite
all
multiple intel.
Yeah.
Say you're sharing that intel with them, and say you have had control of some of the most powerful people that are evil people in the world, and you can hang on to that for all this time so they don't do anything dumb. Is that better to save the lives of current hundreds, if not millions of people? That's the argument. Okay, so you can sit there and.
But as a Christian, if he's going
as
from
a Christian,
he's going from Christian ethics.
No, as the Christian argument, you're the argument.
So from the ethics,
but remember,
from the ethics side, it's like
Trump at Charlie Kirk's memorial. What did he say?
I'm when
he said
evil enemies,
his Lord and Savior.
Yes,
he never
not
said.
Trump's.
He says with Charlie Kirk's
Lord and Savior.
He never.
Guys, if you are a member, whether you have signed up before or if you just got the notification, check the disciple chat. I want to know if you guys would prefer to have that after party or if you prefer to go over to Confluence's stream on spirituality, where there's an open panel where I can join, you can join, we can all join. We've got one answer that said go to Confluence, so get your vote in. Let me know what y'all think, because we got about 10 minutes left on this.
He never said.
Trump's.
He says with Charlie Kirk's
Lord and Savior.
He
Yep.
never said our.
Nope, you're 100%
So to
right.
Trump, when he says I'm not going to heaven,
Yeah.
maybe to him he's accepted it.
Yep.
That's what I'm here for, Serge, to make sure everybody keeps their brain cells.
And he thinks to have this job. I don't live by the standard you live.
Yep.
Then it is what it is.
But if he's saying from his standard, from the standard of Christian ethics, he's saying, who cares? Like, even if it protects hundreds of thousands of people, it's not worth one kid having that happen. That's a remarkably consistent position that I can't really beat a person up over because it is consistent.
There is, but to what extent? So keep that position. To the extent of you'd be willing to replace Trump for Kamala, to the extent of you'd be willing to replace Trump for Newsom, or to the extent of you would be willing to replace Trump with a super conservative guy like a DeSantis. Well, then that's a different position.
What if
that's
it's
primary?
Yeah.
But what if we flipped it a little bit? Okay, I'm willing to do all of that if it's the case that this behavior stops. Wouldn't that still be consistent? So let's say if you were to say, okay, I will replace Trump with Kamala, but only under the condition that these blackmail operations using underage kids as sexual objects also stops.
I'll take that right now. That's a tough. Ooh, I got to make a poll out of that. If we could swap Trump for Kamala, and the only thing that we knew for sure was the Epstein ring would be taken down, and then Kamala going to be Kamala. Other than that, that's a tough one. We're going to make that into a poll.
And would you take the deal then?
Do you believe somebody on the progressive side is going to have that kind of a belief system?
But let's just say hypothetically,
Planned
though.
Parenthood is a great thing.
Well, let's just say hypothetically they would. Would you make the deal then? Would you replace them then?
What other values and principles would I need to accept that comes with that package?
Yeah, that's.
Would I need to accept the package of LGBTQ? Would I need to accept the package of allow 20 million immigrants to come in, of which
Trump's not exactly hard on the
Afghanistan?
LGBTQ.
No, he's not. But you know what his argument was in 2016 when they asked him about it. In 2015 they asked him about it. They said, "So what is your position with LGBTQ?" He said,
All right. So the poll on the table: would you swap Trump for Harris if she was guaranteed to convict the Epstein offenders. Yes or no? I don't know.
Isn't that already a law? What are we talking about? Let's move.
Wait, what's a law?
His argument was in 2016 when they asked him about it. In 2015, they asked him about it. They said, so what is your position with LGBTQ? He said, isn't that already a law? What are we talking about? Let's move on.
Yeah.
It was a 2-second conversation. And he moved on from it, right? Because Trump is very calculating. He looks at what are the top 5 issues. Why would I make a 12th issue a number 3 issue? No, boom. Here's my top 5 issue. They're sending their worst. They're rapists. They're this, they're that. And we got to build a wall. Boom. Go. Yes, I'm behind it. Then comes in, hey, guys are praying over him. Is he a Christian? Is he not a Christian? Nobody knows you. I used to go to the church of Norman Vincent Peale with Power of Positive Thinking. And that's a...
Chat's based, but chat is not matching the
different Christian power.
You don't think that that's a more powerful argument?
Which one?
So the argument from complexity, he's saying, like, look, this is a really complex world that we live in. And even if it was the case that Trump knew about this and is protecting these people, the greater harm actually would be to allow Kamala Harris to perform another 700,000 abortions this next year.
That's such a freaking crazy argument. Like, 100%. Like,
you know what George Clooney said? He said something about if somebody harms my kid, I don't know what it was.
Who was this?
He says
Clooney.
He says something about guns, or I don't know what the argument was. But the argument was, I don't believe in that policy because it was a conservative policy. He says, but if somebody did this to my daughter, I would go and kill them. And I would gladly go to jail. Okay? Okay. What's the point?
That your principle does of whether you want to talk about nonviolence or whatever, none of those things, as long as you're willing to take accountability and what the punishment is, then you're not committing anything immoral. You're agreeing to the social contract that if you do this, then we can throw you in a cell. And if you say, yes, I agree to that, then I don't see anything immoral about it. Given that we're talking about, someone who's harmed your child, not just in general.
If you find out that happened to your whatever kid, somebody, that niece, nephew, and you're like, oh, you did that. No problem. I'll go to jail for life. I'll come and take you on. Like, who was the UFC fighter, right? And I got to wrap it up because Mateo keeps sharing.
He just
Dos Santos.
That was. Oh, come on. Hold on, give me a second. I want to remember this. I want to remember it. It was. I know it's Brown Pride. I don't remember his name. God damn it! What is his name?
Got possibility of parole.
Yeah, he went. I said, "What did you do?" Boom. And he shot him. I don't know what he did. He kicked his ass. He did something to him.
Cain
Velasquez. Put one in the chat if you do not know the Cain Velasquez story. Well, they might tell it, but if they don't, put a 1 and I'll tell you what's good.
Cain Velasquez.
Yeah.
Cain Velasquez.
There he is, Robbie. He just hit the news.
If you go to News, Rob, go back and just go to News.
He's parole eligibility. He went after the guy that molested somebody in his family.
Nephew or something like that, right? So to me...
Yeah, so the guy was working, and long story short, Cain Velasquez, former heavyweight champion of the UFC. I believe it was his son, was at a daycare thing, and somebody was, diddling his son. So then Cain Velasquez took his shotgun and went after the guy. The guy, like, he saw him out or knew where to find her or whatever, but he was with his stepfather, something like that, and he ended up shooting the stepfather, and I believe that he died. So, not good, but it's like, yo, you go after my kid, then we were like, free Cain! Like, nah, you can't just be going out there blasting shotguns, but ain't nobody mad. Ain't nobody mad at that.
That's where you sit there and you say, I'm going to either leave it up to God, the 14-year-old kid with a 10-year-old son that he experienced 10 years ago, which I think that you told me you haven't spoken about this, but one other time. In that moment, what do you do? Do you leave it up to God, or do you go and say, really? Eye for an eye, I'm coming. That's the individual's choice.
I like it. And
that's why, just like
we need more inside jokes, guys.
The the sniper cop that sits down and tells him, you're going to get $5 gifts, send thank you cards. She's going to change. She will never be the same again. She's still the same person as inside, but you have to try to find a way to find that person. But she's permanently changed, right? Okay. Someone's going to sit there for that.
Shout out to Behave. Has anyone seen the viral YouTube journalist Nick Shirley? His videos are next level skibbity and beyond. Shout out to Nick Shirley. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't know what Behave is talking about. Because we'll talk about it in a little bit. I'm going to let this run. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, then we can get into it.
Happens to you. It's going to be like, look, I know you want to kill this guy. But if you kill this guy, look what you have here. They're going to suffer. You have still a kid left. You have still 2 kids left. You still have we got siblings. You got this. People are relying on you. And then your battle is what? I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, of course.
So that's flesh, and that's faith in God.
100%.
What a battle to go through.
Oh.
I understand that.
Yep.
Vengeance in the blood. Like when I was talking about his eyes, and I said, your eyes tell me you don't trust anybody. You're super skeptical.
Angry.
And you have, a rage in you. Why is that, right? I get that. But when you have a handful of countries that are hoping for you to have a massive fall, and this country's values and principles, billions of people around the world are hoping America makes it so they can come back and influence a little bit of our country. Hey, man, can you guys just keep it together? Can you guys, Americans, don't get a divorce? Can you guys, stay solid? Because you're concerning me, and I'm living in Brazil, or I'm living in this. I don't want to.
Indeed, you got member-ified. Make sure you join the Discord because you are now part of the family. And so everybody's saying we don't want to do an after party tonight, but they want to see me over on Confluence, so we might do that. But we got 2 votes, so if 3 people go and say, no, I want the after party, then you guys choose.
Brazil, but I kind of want America to stay strong. I think that person's job of being the president, it is not everybody's job. When you become a president, you have to accept the fact that your decisions will kill people.
Yep.
Your decisions will cost a lot of people's lives.
Politics always a trade-off.
Don't run for office if you don't want it. Don't do it. It's not for you. That's his job. Let him deal with his maker on what he wants to do. And that's my position. But I understand why he's doing what he's doing. To me, he has such a control, I believe, over 20, 30, 40, 50 people. And that's kind of keeping it together. That blackmail or whatever you want to call it. Maybe you wouldn't do it. Maybe the average person watching right now saying, screw you guys. I don't agree with you. Totally get it. But that typically in a family, you get pissed off.
I think they do get it.
I don't think everybody gets it.
No, but I think enough do.
I agree with you. I do think enough to, but I do think there's a percentage but no. And I get it. Like, when you're your father and you have kids and 80% of the stuff the kids are not going to understand. Like, what are you talking about? You'll know in 20 years.
Yeah.
Relax, bro.
Yeah,
that's true. Go try to get straight.
That's actually a really good point.
Well, and I mean, even in small towns, this is becoming less and less and less of a thing because of the fact that the internet has shattered the paradigm of what your local community is. Well, there we go. What your local community is. And that's not good. It's not good.
Try to get straight A's right now. One day you'll understand what the fuck, what is going on here. Till that day, play your sports, play your Muay Thai, play your stuff. Go do whatever you're doing with your Fortnite, and then read some books. And then later on, as we're evolving, I'll tell you more about the family. And by the way, guess what, kid? What? There's about 8 things you will never know about your family. Really? Yes. Just like there's 40 things I don't know about my mom and my dad. And we all have to live with it. We move on. Anyways, Andrew, I can already tell from just the last 30 minutes, you're a conversationalist. And how big is your podcast right now? How well is it doing? Yeah, you're a good host. Is it mainly you talking, or do you bring people and have conversations as well?
Mostly me. I'm a freestanding creator, so it's mostly me who.
But I think you also are a good point guard. I think you're also a good point guard. I think you. I've
always done well in this setting.
Yeah, but no, some are just scorers, and they're killer scores, and some are, triple threat. Like they're good at giving points that go viral. I want to know what that guy has to say. What did Andrew Wilson say about this, right? And then there are guys that create the conversation. And then there's guys that are very entertaining. You just listen to like Tim Dillon. You don't, whether you agree with him or not, he's going to turn the shit out of you, right? You're a good point guard as well. I only saw you as a scorer, but you're actually very good.
Give me 1 second, because if we're going to hop over, I got to do all these push-ups and everything. I got to pee first. Wait. Oh.
The point guard as well. take it for, whatever you do with that compliment, it's up to you. I'm just telling you, you're a good
Well,
point.
I appreciate
you ought to entertain, bring in panel, because I think you're a good guy at holding it together as well. But this has been a blast. Appreciate you for coming out, really.
It's great to meet you.
Likewise.
By the way, for those of you watching, if you're ever asked to be a guest on this podcast, they treat you extremely well. And to guys like me, that's very important. I've been on podcasts where that's not the case. And this one,
Shout out to the Panelverse.
they really rolled out the red carpet. So I really appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much for that, guys. You are going to see this right around Christmas, okay? So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, enjoy yourself. We'll see you guys soon. God bless everybody. Take care.
All right. So, it looks like everybody wants to head over to Confluence and see what they're doing. So why don't we take a peek?
Like humans are really good at doing
We got
that.
4 people up there right now.
How are we overemphasizing it if it's the only kind of experience
Death
we can
in the
have?
afterlife.
Yeah, exactly. Because
so we're gonna do some push-ups, of course, and head on over there. So first, I gotta give a big thank you to all of the donations. You guys, Big Daddy himself. We had Jeremy Ryan. We had God coming in, Behave, getting us over the mark. And of course, our sponsor of the stream, Funk Master General. So we got 75. So what is that? 35, 32, 30. I told you about it, man. Then in the last thing, he was like, typically if you're good with this, then you're bad with math. And I am very bad at math. 37. We can do 37. All right, let's fucking go. 37. We got that. Give me 1 second. Okay. Time for push-ups. Should I start it over? Yeah, let's start it over. Thank you. 35. Guys, you've paid me. Now it is time to pay yourself. Don't worry, I got you. I got the vertical stream. We're going to move this. There we go.
Shadows gather where the truth once stood. A kingdom of confusion.
There we go. 35. Let's go. You paid me. Now pay yourselves. If you can't do 37, what is it? 35? 37? If you can't do 37, do 35, do 30. Do whatever you can. Let's go. 37.
I'm here to resurrect the second coming of common sin. I come to wake the sleeping, the church to bring the faith.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, and 1. For good luck. Let's go. That's how you do the damn thing. Who paid themselves? Oh my goodness. Woo! That was a lot better than like 80 and all that. Shout out again to Guam Tech for this amazing tech. Good question. I don't know. But, it's holidays, so they're probably off doing stuff like that. Let's do that. Keep that in the background. Oh, yeah, I was talking about the difference with the internet. Rage page. Did you know the president cannot make laws, declare war, or decide on how all federal money is spent without congressional approval? Yes. Yeah, people like Crowder still have a meltdown because Dave Smith calls for his impeachment. You have to agree with me so much. I mean, I don't know about easy. I'm the fuck out of breath. Yeah, let's. I'm trying to help, not trying to hurt. And thank you guys so very, very much. Oh, I think I missed out on one, right? We got a super chat, and we had Behave. There we go. Guys, thank you so very, very much. I know that you guys could be doing anything else in the world, and yet here you are hanging out with Morty, the Overlord, for the Verdies, Morty, the Overlord, and of course, my humble self, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link in the chat, and we are going to head over there, and I am going to jump on that panel. I don't know how long I'm going to stay, but we definitely going to have a good time. So again, I really, really want to thank you guys. Big shout out, of course, to the sponsor, but to everyone who donated. And even if you couldn't, just the fact that you are spending time here, the fact that you were engaged in the conversation, that stuff really, really does matter and warms my heart. And do we need to say anything else? I mean, look at them. Just look at them. Thank you guys so very, very much. Once again, that is Morty, and I have been your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Until next time, guys, we are out of here. Peace.